not worry.
Hey everyone, welcome to a brand new Do Not Worry stream. I'm your host, Anthony, coming to you from the heart of these United States, unfortunately. And I might be stuck here for a while if the war keeps raging in the Middle East because Iran is now bombing Jordan, and I'm supposed to fly back on Jordanian Airlines to Jordan. Isn't that fun? So who knows what the fuck is happening? It seems like every time I come here, there's a chance for me to be stuck in the United States because of, their own wars in the Middle East. Them and Israel always fucking around, always murdering Arabs, murdering brown people, murdering Muslims, murdering Iranians, whoever they can, whichever brown person they can kill, they're going to kill that person. And I end up getting stuck. I'm the least of that's the least of all the problems. But how's it going, everybody? Welcome to a brand new stream. We are T-minus 2 hours and 50 minutes away from the World Cup final, which I honestly don't even want to watch anymore. I've lost any interest in this goddamn World Cup. It's being rigged in Argentina's favor. Israelis celebrating Argentina's victories. You got Ben Gvir celebrating Argentina. You got Netanyahu loving Argentina. You got Bezalel Smotrich loving Argentina. Just disgusts me, folks. It's disgusting. We have a lot of serious things to talk about. Our friend of the show, Frogan, was physically assaulted in a Los Angeles location. I think it was like some kind of a club or something by a bunch of Israelis, literally a group of Israelis, which is pretty fucked up. So we're going to talk about that a little bit later. Also, the war in Iran, which is raging, which I haven't had a chance to talk about much since it has started back up. So I'm going to be commenting on that a little bit, watching some footage. It's getting worse and worse, and just, leading to all sorts of crazy... leading to all sorts of, problems around the world. Before we get going, just a quick couple of small... And Jimothy, of course, little Jimothy, the little raccoon that has captured the world's heart. The adorable little raccoon with a sort of a spinal, issue. Tiny, hobbling about in Seattle, looking adorable. So we're gonna react to some Jimothy videos together just to, just have some fun. It's not all going to be dark and depressing today. Quickly, before we get going, just a quick reminder, if you guys would like to support the channel, we cannot do this without our lovely YouTube members and our patrons. Let me take a second to thank our beautiful YouTube members. A lot of them are right here in the chat right now, like Villamina, Ava Lesko, Nogzalotl, Claudia. How are you guys? We got Haley D in chat. Lovely, lovely, amazing members. Haley D, who I might be meeting a little bit later tonight with her lovely husband, Jack. So salutations to you guys. Right after this cursed World Cup final. So very excited to do that. Haley says, I don't know the Jimothy lore, but I'm ready. Oh my God, Haley, you're going to love Jimothy. You are going to, whoever doesn't know Jimothy, I'm shocked you haven't seen Jimothy, but Jimothy's a little angel, he's a little baby. We will all protect Jimothy no matter what happens. That's the thing, Ators. I know Argentina's going to win. I don't want to watch. I'm not interested. It's going to be depressing. But first of all, thank you to our lovely YouTube members. Let me take a second to thank some of you beautiful, whether you've been gifted a membership, folks, and you've been a member for one day and you've never paid for a membership, or whether you're out there, you've been a member for 15 months and you've been gifting memberships. We love you all. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. You guys have been lifesavers, especially that I've been here in the States, unable to really stream at my leisure, unable to stream my usual schedule. So memberships and patrons are really coming in clutch. You guys are the best. Sunflower Dragon, thank you. Wonderland Joey, thank you. Chris Blessing, thank you. Hey, it's Shanae. And watch me, Shanae. Veronica H. Song is still a member. Thank you, Veronica. Hopefully the move to leave Israel is going well. Ellie the Bash. Jake Ogler. Maddie Kunko, 451. Blue-Eyed Tate. Afwayish, Dreadful Utopia, our beloved Dreadful Utopia. Joad Mahfouz, Zaytoon Zero. The Pigeon for, by the way, Dreadful, congrats congrats on the gig, Dreadful. We're so happy for you. Dizzle, look at all these 16-month members. Dizzle McFizzle, members go up is still a member. Holy shit, members go up. Nogzalotl, you've been a member for 16 months. You're insane, Nogzalotl. Thank you so much. Gene Hartley, Cadenza 23, Dizzle McFizzle, Janetti Scanetti, Janetti Sketty, sorry, EU Watson. You guys are incredible. We have a bunch of 14 monthsers here, 15 months. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. We bless you guys. I love you. Thank you. If you want to become a member, consider doing so. You'll get exclusive content. You can now access my what is it called? Popcorn bucket tier list, which I am going to release as a clip later today. But I did that whole live stream has now been made exclusive for members. So thank you guys so much. We love you. But Haley D just gifted 5 memberships. Haley, what are we doing? Haley, that's too much. Thank you, Haley. Holy shit, Haley D, folks, just gifted 5 Do Not Worry memberships. Haley, what a blessing you are to this community. Andy Hansen sends a 20 Australian dollar dono, says, with all the darkness going on in the world, remember that there is good. Well, Andy, that is way too kind, way too generous. And I mean, sending in an Australian donation, you know what that means. You know what that means. There's not going to be any music today, but I've been traveling a lot lately. I'm traveling in a fried out combi. On a hippie trailhead full of zombie. I met a strange lady. She made me nervous. She took me in and gave me breakfast. And she said, do you come from a land down under? Also, Haley deserves these songs too. Haley, I should be singing this stuff when you gift memberships. Women glow and men plunder. You guys are the best. Guys, I want to see Australian flags in the chat. I want to see koalas in the chat. I want to see kangaroos in the chat. Cedar Down Under's doing well, folks. Cedar Down Under's doing well. He popped in a couple weeks ago. He's here. He's watching the replays. Bless Cedar Down Under. What time is it in Australia right now? What time is it in Australia? Can't you hear the thunder? Ooh, you better run. You better take cover. Members, we love you. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Haley, thank you. Indy, thank you so much. Also, quick thank you to our lovely patrons, superhero patrons, like Legal and Lipstick, Faddy Mac, A Rose for You, brand new blonde patrons, Jordan M, thank you so much, Jordan, Eric Nuts and Rosarium Kelly, Linda, Nobody99, abductee patrons, Villamina was also a member, thank you, Villamina, thank you. DG, Isa, Nabila, Khaled Dakak, Adam Khazan, Curly Legend, thank you guys are amazing, we love you. Patrons also get exclusive content. Stay tuned for that, my lovelies. Thank you, everybody, thank you. Quick little... Haley, you can pick an embarrassing song. Go ahead. If it's Friday, I know the lyrics to Friday. I don't even need to pull them up. Just small updates before we get going. I ordered a t-shirt off of Amazon that was supposed to say, do not talk to me about AI. I will kill myself. Okay, I saw Ayo, what's her last name? Eddie something. She's from The Bear, right? She was wearing a t-shirt, do not talk to me about AI. I will kill myself. I'm like, I fucking love this t-shirt. I'm going to order it. I get on Amazon. I order it in green. I'm like, fuck yeah, forest green version of that shirt. I'm just going to walk around. Don't fucking talk to me about AI. Here's what they sent me. Got this yesterday. Who the fuck is this lady? Who the fuck is this? I ordered, literally, it's a shirt that says, do not talk to me about AI. I will kill myself. This is what I got. Is this Brie Larson? Who the fuck is this? Why does she look like Brie Larson? Who is this? She's wearing some Indiana jersey? What the fuck is this? I don't want this. She's from the WNBA. I don't care. I did not ask for this t-shirt. I asked for a t-shirt that had a graphic that said, do not talk to me about AI. I will kill myself. What the fuck is this? I don't want this shirt. I don't want this fucking shirt. I'm going to return you. I already put out a 1-star review. I want their shop to go to hell. But what the fuck is this? I was so angry yesterday because that was the one thing I was most excited about ordering on fucking... I've ordered a bunch of shit on Amazon, a bunch of Lego, everything. But I wanted this fucking shirt. So, on the inside, it's definitely not on the inside. You think? Why did I even look? No, it's not on the inside. What the fuck? I want the shirt, though. I don't know. I don't have time to get it before I travel. I'm not going to have time to reorder one. I'm going to try to make a custom one or something, but what the fuck? What the fuck? But some good came out of this trip though. Some good came. So yesterday I was in the Tyson. I went to Tyson's Corner, the mall, and they had a Lego store. I was walking around. I wasn't gonna buy anything anymore from the Lego store. I don't have any room in my bag anymore. And already every big set that I want, I already own, whether from bricking.com, from Lebanon, and I got a couple from here. So, but I did spot their build a minifigure section, and I told you guys that I was gonna. My plan was on building a little D Deuchars minifigure, and to put him in Rivendell once I get back to Lebanon. That way he can live forever with the elves, undying, immortal. He can be at peace with the elves forever. So I did some digging in their little minifigure thing to try to find all of the components for our little Jim. And I'm happy to say, because it's going to be in focus. Focus up. Come on. Focus up. We have a little D Deuchars, folks, with a little top hat, with his little beard. I couldn't find a hockey jersey. They didn't have a hockey jersey, so I grabbed a baseball jersey. And not only is Jim going to be in Rivendell, hanging out with the elves forever and ever, immortal and undying, he's going to be with his little Oliver. Oliver is going to be right there next to him. There he is, little Ollie. So we got Oliver and Jim that are going to be in Rivendell as soon as I get back to Lebanon, if I can ever go back. And they're going to be hanging out in Rivendell with the elves. I even got him an alternate hair because I know Jim has his beautiful long locks. So if he takes off his hat, wants to put his hair down a little bit, we got Jim with his long hair. Look at that. With his little kitty cat. So I'm so glad I remembered, because I was going to order these online and I forgot. And as soon as I saw the build a minifigure thing, I was like, holy shit, I got to do this ASAP. So there he is. There he is. Our little Jim. Can't wait to bring him back. He's going to be drinking at the cantina. He's going to be hanging out with the elves. I'm going to be putting him on all the Star Wars ships I build. Jim is going to become a fixture in that, in our little Lego land. So, Jim, we love you, sir. Just wanted to share that with you guys because it's very cute. It's very, very cute. So, okay. Let us get going, y'all. Dr. Sahiba says, thanks for convincing me to watch the Odyssey. Well, I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch it on Wednesday. My last day here, essentially. I leave Thursday morning if my flight doesn't get canceled. So I'm going to be watching it on Wednesday night. Very excited. Very, very pumped. I'm going to try to film the experience a little bit, like shoot like a little small mini vlog of the whole situation. Okay. Also, just a quick little reminder. If you guys are interested in Lego and stuff like that, you can subscribe to my second channel. The link is pinned on top or at the bottom of the live chat. Tino's Playroom, folks. As soon as I get back, dude, I'm going to be slamming so many Lego sets. I uploaded a little clip from a stream that I did on this channel a couple days ago about Kratos. It's at 10 views. Goddamn, this channel's dead, man. Dude, this trip has murdered my stats, but that's okay. That's okay. We have going to be a lot of fun live streams on this channel as soon as I get back. So if you guys are into Lego video games, I'm going to be doing some movie stuff. Give me your advice in chat, folks. When I review the Odyssey, would you want me to review the Odyssey on the main channel or on Tino's Playroom? What do you think makes more sense? Where should I be reviewing it? Got to crank up the AC a little bit. I'm thinking this channel, just because the movies, there's a lot of culture war stuff, so maybe I could do it on the main channel. Let me pull this up. Let me pull this up. Start a poll. On which channel should I review Odyssey? Main channel. Tino's Playroom. Let me know. Vote. I'm feeling main channel. Yeah, I think because I talked about it a lot here. You guys are right. But I'm still curious what you guys think. Yeah, even Ben Shapiro, right? We're going to talk about that, I think. I think I have a link about that in a second. So very quickly, let us move into a couple of small updates before we get into the main topics, which are the war, Frogan, and little Jimothy. World Cup stuff. What is this? So Infantino to Trump. God, this is so nasty. I honestly don't even think I want to watch this fucking final anymore. I'm going to like half-ass watch it.
So we are providing joy and happiness. Unless the team loses, of course. And all this, of course, would not have been possible. And I say this because...
Today, I feel gay. I say this because today I am gay. I am Qatari. I am African.
It is the truth. You don't need people to compliment you, Mr. President, but this World Cup would not have been such an incredible success without you. Please.
Yeah, Miles Murphy says if it's just a movie review, do it on Tino's, but if it's a whole culture war thing, then cover it on Do Not Worry Pod. Good point. MMC Miles Murphy Cork.
Your administration, every single person in the White House, in the administration, in the cities, in the states, everywhere contributed to create this safe and secure and joyful environment to live something that the world has never seen. This has not just been and is not just the greatest World Cup of all times.
Yeah, but fucking what? The greatest World Cup of all time? Are you fucking shitting me, dude? This thing's horrible. This has been a horrible World Cup, to be honest. The most corrupt, but at least I think this is a great World Cup because it has been, I think, the one that has like opened people's eyes the most to how corrupt it is. So if anything, it's been a very useful World Cup, and I think turning a lot of people off to football and to FIFA and against Messi and against the Argentinian team. So I at least appreciate it for that, you know? It's really made people fucking hate the sport more than ever.
It is the greatest human, social, and cultural event that mankind has ever witnessed and seen, and we are all part of it. And for this, I thank you very much, Mr. President.
I am gay. Today, I am gay. Yeah, secure. All I've seen are videos of people I've seen a lot of videos of Argentina fans, by the way, beating people up. I think at this point it's just my Twitter algorithm just showing me this stuff because they just know how much I hate the Argentinian football team. But all I've seen is, I swear to God, Argentina fans either beating Mexican fans, beating up British fans, just fucking being pieces of shit, throwing shit at iShow speed. That's all I've seen. I've seen Argentina fans being racist, throwing stuff at iShow speed, hitting Mexicans, and hitting British people. That's all I've seen on Twitter. So that's what I've seen from this. That's my memory of this World Cup. So, yeah. Also, just a quick shout out. They say, by the way, Shakira's family. So yeah, massive calls are growing to ban Shakira from performing in Egypt over her visit to Israel and her silence on the genocide in Palestine. And they're adding a second, speaking of the World Cup, by the way, because she's been singing all the World Cup songs and stuff. She's been at every game almost, you know, supporting Argentina. And then LPC says, by the way, Shakira's family is from Lebanon, but she remains silent about the genocide, where without a shred of shame, she also visited the president of Israel while her own people are being killed day and night. Now, I think that visit to Israel is pretty old. I think it might have happened when Messi visited along with Piqué and like the Barcelona team. But like, yeah, lady, you've been to fucking Israel. What the fuck, dude? She's half Lebanese, dude. She played tennis with my cousin when my cousin was young. My uncle's daughter, Catalina, was young and used to train in tennis. She used to play tennis. She once played with Shakira. They used to tell me your cousin's friends with Shakira. They only played tennis together once. But like Shakira, on behalf of Lebanon, fuck you, lady. Fuck you. You're one of the most famous fucking pop stars on the planet, and you don't fucking use your voice to raise awareness about what's happening in your own fucking country. It's like she's ashamed of being Lebanese, even though we gave her all the fucking dance moves. Hips don't lie. Yeah, lady, your hips don't lie because they're fucking Lebanese. You got those moves from Lebanon. Okay? You got those moves from the Middle East, appropriating our culture. I mean, she's also half Lebanese, but you've been using our culture, mining our culture, you know, giving yourself a fucking career, and you don't even talk shit about Israel. You don't even condemn the Israelis. You don't even talk about your people. You don't even show up to Lebanon to send us some money, lady. Fuck, come do a free concert. Give the people hope with your shitty music. My hips don't lie. Horrible. I'm on tonight and my hips don't lie and I'm starting to feel you, boy. Horrible, man. Don't you see, baby, this is perfecto. Oh, boy, I can see your body moving. And it's driving me crazy. And I do not have this. I just seem to have a plan. I don't know how to fucking. I know the fucking lyrics to her songs. Okay? But she's horrible. Nothing. She said nothing. Yeah. Dusty says not even lip service. Nothing. Nothing. Holy. Yeah. She says there's a little bit of Ela in there, right? She had a famous song. What was it? The one with the mountains? Whenever, forever, whenever to be together, I'll be there and you'll be near. And that's the deal, my dear. And over, you never has to wonder if you know it's played by ear. If you really feel the way that's the one. That's the song that made her. That's the fucking song that made her. Goddamn. Yeah, she is spiritually Israeli. I agree. Revoked. Lebanese citizenship revoked. You're not welcome in Lebanon, Shakira. Khalas, it's done. It's over. It's over. It's over. You're not allowed to come back. You cannot come back here. And that's the way I feel. Fuck you, Shakira. What else we got about this World Cup? Ex-Palestina X says, while people are cheering and watching the World Cup, Palestinian footballers are being killed for shame. An eye on Palestine. Trigger warning, by the way. Trigger warning. Farewell to young Palestinian footballer Fadi al-Nassan, who was fatally shot by the Israeli army. His dream was to one day represent the Palestinian national football team. Disturbing footage ahead, folks. I mean, it's not disturbing. It's women mourning a dead Palestinian. It's disturbing because Israel killed them.
هذا
17 years old. So yeah, it makes it kind of hard to enjoy the World Cup when shit like this is happening. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard. Speaking of Argentina, I've been tough on Argentina, as you guys know. I've been very tough on Argentina. This guy made me happy, okay? This is like some guy, he's a TV host in Argentina. And he says at some point, the entire Israeli government should be executed. When the dog dies, the rabies ends. So you know what, Argentina, I've been, and again, I know a lot of people on Twitter have been telling me that it's the right-wing Argentinians that are pieces of shit. It's the right-wing Argentinians that are like pro-Israel and stuff. Most Argentinians aren't cool with this shit. Argentina might still be a racist country. They might, you know, that's a separate issue right now. But like, they're not all down with Israel, okay? And we have Aitors here in our chat who was worried, very worried last time I was streaming. The Argentinian government was having a vote, you know, in the Senate, whether or not to allow foreign countries to purchase Argentinian land. Thankfully, it was blocked by the opposition, and then they're going to have another vote on that in either August or September, as Aitors was telling us. But not everyone is down with what's happening. And let's listen to this Argentinian host just completely rail Israel, which made me happy and made me respect Argentina a little bit more.
Un grupo de autodenominados
Okay, let me remove myself so you guys can see the subtitles. Whatever, not to be together, I'll be there and you'll be near. Okay, the mouse is fucking dying here. Let's go.
Un grupo de autodenominados legisladores del moderno Estado de Israel, conducidos por el nazi genocida hijo de del muerto de Netanyahu.
Led by the genocidal Nazi son of a bitch Netanyahu. I love this man already.
Aprobaron como ley, una ley, que les permite matar palestinos.
He's talking about the law that Ben Gvir passed that allows them to kill Palestinian prisoners instead of Israeli prisoners.
Y es una ley que dice que los prisioneros palestinos pueden ser ejecutados con pena de muerte. Entonces nosotros podríamos decir, bueno, qué sé yo, los que estén purgando condena en la Argentina pueden ser condenados a pena de muerte por su origen étnico-religioso. Los pelados, mañana los italianos, pasado los bolivianos, los peruanos, los españoles, ¿por qué no? Obviamente, la respuesta debe ser la aniquilación del sionismo nazi de Netanyahu y su banda de forajidos de la Gestapo. Esperamos y rezamos a Dios en Pascua de que ningún palestino...
I fucking love this guy, dude. Look at this.
pasado los bolivianos, los peruanos, los españoles, ¿por qué no? Obviamente, la respuesta debe ser la
The answer must be the annihilation of Netanyahu's Nazi Zionism
aniquilación del sionismo nazi de Netanyahu y su banda de forajidos
and his band of Gestapo outlaws.
de la Gestapo. Esperamos y rezamos a Dios en Pascua de que ningún palestino vuelva a ser víctima de estos genocidas. Llevaron adelante una limpieza étnica y ahora festejan una ley para matar. Bueno, hay que matar. No hay...
Well, they must be killed. No mercy whatsoever. I mean, the dude is speaking facts. Dude is speaking facts. Sorry, in case you guys are wondering where I am, I'm here. I'm right here. I'm just I'm hiding myself so you guys can see the subtitles.
que tener ninguna piedad. Y el mundo debe ejecutarlos, como a los nazis en Nuremberg. No debe quedar uno. Y se deben registrar sus nombres para la ignominia de la humanidad por el resto de los tiempos, grabados en piedra, para que la humanidad sepa que existieron un grupo de nazis autodenominados gobierno del...
So the world can know a group of Nazis calling themselves the government of Israel. This guy's fucking insane. This dude's fucking crazy, dude. Protect this man. Argentina, protect this man. Tours, please make sure this man does not get killed by anyone.
Moderno Estado de Israel, de un sionismo asesino y criminal que festejaba una ley para matar palestinos. O sea, no es una cuestión de no colaborar como están haciendo
It's no longer about not collaborating like Italy, Spain, Portugal, France, Germany.
Italia, España, Portugal, Francia, Alemania, de no sumarse a una guerra contra Irán, sino de ponerle fin
But about putting a definitive end. A definitive end.
definitivo, aniquilando el gobierno
By annihilating the government of the modern state of Israel. Let's fucking go. Yo. Sorry, I'm losing my mouse. Let's fucking go. This guy's based. This guy's fucking based. This guy's the best.
del moderno Estado de Israel, entre otras cosas para que el pueblo del moderno Estado de Israel que está muriendo bajo bombardeos iraníes recupere la paz, la convivencia y el destino de un pueblo que merece vivir en paz y en hermandad con el resto de la región. Todos habitan esas tierras hace miles de años, salvo para la cabeza de los supremacistas nazis satánicos, los criminales
Satanic Nazi supremacists, Lucifer's criminals. Bro, this guy's the best. Except in the minds of the satanic Nazi supremacists, Lucifer's criminals. This guy's the best, man. Let's go.
de Lucifer debería ser una tierra de paz y convivencia. Para los rabinos ortodoxos, la Torá prohíbe la existencia de un Estado de Israel. Y por eso, cuando uno dice, ¿y la ONU dónde está? ¿No? Hay un país que saca una ley para matar un pueblo hermano. Vamos a matar palestinos. Y lo festejaron con champán. Festejaban con champán. Pero Argentina tiene que reaccionar a nivel internacional para estar del lado correcto y no terminar siendo Yugoslavia o Palestina. Pero como decía el general Perón, muerto el perro, se acabó la rabia. ¿Se entiende?
Once the dog is dead, the rabies are gone. You guys can't see me just because I'm hiding myself for the subbies.
Que vayan todos al cementerio con el perro invisible
Let them all go to the cemetery with Milei's invisible dog.
de Milei. Todos enterrados con Conan. Y entonces el mundo va a empezar a vivir la expectativa post-profecías de un mundo en paz, con una Argentina potencia, con un futuro próspero.
I wish I could say this on YouTube and not get demonetized or something. You know what I mean? Like, I literally want to say this stuff all the time. I would love to say this stuff and express it, you know, even on Twitter. I just want to say it. I can think it, you know? By goddamn, do I just want to say it? I just want to say, I hope X person fucking just like, fuck, man. I just want to scream it off the top. And I do when the cameras aren't rolling. I scream it off the top of my lungs, you know?
Pero y soleado, donde los chicos solo se dediquen a jugar y estudiar, donde no tengas la amenaza criminal
Free from the criminal threat of a group of genociders. Bless this man. Bless this man. Thank you, sir. Also, at the end of this game, so Argentina has apparently been given the green light by the White House FIFA task force to display their Falklands banner again if they win the World Cup on Sunday. The head of the task force, Andrew Giuliani, believes the Argentina players are allowed to express their opinions, even though any other team in the World Cup has not been allowed to express any political opinion, nothing like that. I think that the French team wanted to wear like a black armband to commemorate the death of someone in France. They weren't allowed to. But the Argentinian team is allowed to apparently display a flag that says, hey, the Falklands belong to Argentina. Now, look, I'm not going to pretend that I know anything about the Falklands or the history of the Falklands. I did like a little cursory research. Apparently, the people of the Falklands have voted overwhelmingly to remain part of the British Empire. Now, am I going to sit here and defend the British Empire and their colonialism? No. You know, as a victim of colonialism myself, and someone who is seeing the horrible consequences of colonialism day in and day out in the region, I'm not going to be here, well, the UK should own the Falkland Islands, but like if you leave the choice up to the people that live there, 99% of them would like to remain a British colony. They don't want to be part of Argentina.
And Cave, Argentina's celebrations after that win over England caused quite the controversy because some players celebrated with a banner about the Falkland Islands. There was talk about possible suspensions for the final. Has there been any update on that at all?
Well, there is zero suspensions for the Argentina players. Basically, what FIFA have been doing is trying to keep very, very quiet. And
Harley, thank you for being here. Harley says, anyway, I'm being an audio listener and I'm going to go chop up some veggies. Chop up them veggies. Hope you make a delicious meal, Harley. Thank you for being here. We love you, Harley.
And wait until the final is out of the way before deciding what kind of action they are going to take.
Oh, so it's the British. Oh, so the British settlers were voting to keep. Okay, I thought it was the locals. Okay, that makes sense. Listen, yeah, I got no dog in this fight. The Falklands, no dog in this fight. Okay, whatever the people, whatever the locals, not the settlers want, I want them. If they want to go with Argentina, then go ahead with Argentina. If they want to stay with the Brits, stay with the Brits. I got no dog in this fight. But the fact that the Argentinian team is allowed to make this like political statement on the field while every other team is like, if a team tries to pull out a Free Palestine sign, what's going to happen to them? Are they going to get fined? You know what I'm saying? Now, thankfully, when the Egyptian coach pulled out the Palestinian flag, nothing happened to him, but like they had to discuss it. Like the FIFA had to talk about it, and then they were like, okay, we're not going to penalize them for it. But like they're straight up allowing these guys to bust out this fucking sign.
Actually, the Argentina players had some encouragement in New York yesterday to display that banner again after the game tomorrow, especially if they win the game, because the head of the White House FIFA task force, Andrew Giuliani, was asked about the fact that Argentina players displayed that banner in Atlanta on Wednesday, and he was asked whether he had a problem with it, and he said pretty much no, not really. Everyone's allowed to express their opinion, and here in the United States,
can I pull out an Israel must go sign? Can I pull out an Israel does not have a right to exist the way it currently exists as a settler colonial Jewish majority state, blah blah blah. I'm not saying Israel should be blown off the face of the earth. Okay, but like can we have those opinions? Can we say fuck Infantino? Can someone pull that shit out? Aitor says the U.S. wants to help Milei since he opposed the banner and was essentially exposed as a traitor given that his government demanded fans not bring anything related to the Malvinas Islands. So the U.S. wants to help Milei. So wait, so what does Milei want? Does the right wing, what do the Argentinians want? I don't know anything about this, to be honest with you guys, so I don't want to pretend that I do.
States, we have freedom of speech. It's protected by the First Amendment. Now, I understand what he's saying, but I'm not sure if he knows FIFA's rules, because FIFA's rules ban all political messaging at games. So let's wait and see what happens after the game tomorrow, because the Argentina players still have that banner.
Yeah, dude, Argentina's playing by another set of rules. You know what I'm saying? Who do those islands? Those islands should be independent. Those islands should be independent. Didn't they become part of Argentina when like Spain left back in the day? Like, what's happening? Anyways, this is super random. We're done with the World Cup, okay? We're moving on. Done with the World Cup. I just wanted to say, I don't even know if I'm going to watch the game, but like as soon as, if Argentina is up 1 goal, I'm just going to stop watching. I'm going to turn my head, look away. I don't want to watch, okay? I'm already just pissed off by this whole thing. You know what I'm saying? I kind of regret getting into this World Cup. I wish I just stayed out of it from the beginning, because just that Egypt game broke my heart, okay? That Egypt game really ruined it for me. Jumping into something extremely fucking random and extremely fucking disturbing. It like, yeah, sorry, feet. Okay, heads up, there's gonna be feet, but like this just makes me sad for women. Okay, look at this. Okay, again, if you're not into feet, there's gonna be a very big close up of a fucking foot. Look at this. Chinese actress Gune sparked social media buzz on the red carpet with her visible foot hair. Okay, but like, look at, how the fuck could you even tell? So Princess quote tweets this and says, being a woman is truly hell. You can't even show your toes without someone zooming in like a detective looking for hair to expose. Like, what the fuck? How did you even spot this? Why was anyone even like, okay, let's say she posted this photo, right? She's out, you know, for some kind of premiere or something. Which motherfucker was like, let me zoom in on her toes. Let me zoom in. Let's see what's up with her feet. And then they discovered that there's like a bit of hair on the fucking toes. So now it's like a controversy. Now it's like a controversy the actress has to deal with and like explain herself. Like, why do you have hair on your foot? Like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is up with this, man? Like, Jesus, women can't catch a break, dude. Women cannot catch a break. What the fuck is this? Now I understand why people, like, anytime they show feet in a picture, they, like, cover it up, or it's like, you know, they'll put, like, little something on it. Like, holy, who the fuck wants to deal with this? Okay, I don't want to look at this picture anymore, though. Just because the nails are getting me. It's not the hair. It's I don't want to be that zoomed in on, like, a toenail. God damn, bro. Let me just scroll down a little bit. I don't want to look at that anymore either. But, like, holy, leave people alone. Leave people alone. Okay, God, you want to see my toes? Okay, I got nut. I'm a man, dude. Okay, fuck, man. Shit, this is nasty. Let women be, man. All this pressure to, like, shave off everything off their bodies and, like, just fuck it. The feet. We're zooming into the feet, you fucking creeps. And now she's the problem, not the fucking weirdo that zoomed in and fucking took that screenshot and shared it everywhere and made a controversy. She's the problem and not that fucking weirdo. God damn, man. Strangeness. Okay, we're going to quickly talk about the Odyssey before jumping into all this stuff. By the way, remember, what did I say a couple days ago? I said, if I were to get this when I did the popcorn bucket tier list, which I'm going to post as a clip later tonight, I said, if I were to get this IMAX camera, and I gave this camera, spoiler, an S tier tier list, okay? I gave it an S tier in the popcorn bucket because I love IMAX. This is an actually creative looking fucking popcorn bucket. I love, you know, my love affair with IMAX screens. This is an IMAX camera as a popcorn bucket. And then I said, once you're done eating popcorn out of this thing, you could use it to display your Blu-rays, particularly your Christopher Nolan collection. Some motherfucker posted this shit on Twitter. And people are, look at that, people saying IMAX bucket idea. Thank you, Twitter. Thank you, Twitter. This was my idea. This was my idea. Everyone's saying, oh, you're such a genius. What a great idea. This was my idea. I fucking said it on YouTube first 2 days ago. This was my idea. You stole it from me. I should be getting the credit for this. Look at this. But look how nice it looks, right? Wasn't I right? Look what a nice container this is for DVDs or physical media. Isn't this beautiful? Isn't this beautiful? God, I wish I could get this popcorn bucket. I looked it up. The theater that I'm going to doesn't sell these novelty popcorn buckets. They don't have them. And the theater I went to last time, I shared this picture on Discord. Let me see if I have it on I still have it here. Sorry, 1 second. The mouse that I'm using, the battery's kind of not the best. Do I have that picture here? No! Goddamn, why? Guys, 1 second. I took a picture with the popcorn bucket, with the horse popcorn bucket. Where is it? Come on, Anthony. Jesus Christ. Okay, fuck it. I'll just show it to you here. Through my phone. Here's Anthony. I held the... This is set. I did not buy this, okay? This is the Trojan Horse popcorn bucket. I went to AMC with my sister. We watched Disclosure Day. And I saw this on display. I'm like, please, can I just hold it for a second? I need to snap a photo with this. I pretended that I was interested in buying it. I don't want to look cheap. I'm like, hey, can I look at this for a second? So she gave it to me. My sister was ready to snap the picture. Look at how fucking ridiculously large this thing is. Look how stupid this is. But then I was like, hey, do you guys have that other like IMAX camera popcorn bucket? She's like, we only had 10 and they sold out like that. They only had 10 of that, of the IMAX camera popcorn bucket, and they sold out. I would have probably bought, I might have bought one. I have no room to fucking put it in my bag, nowhere to put it. I literally would have to carry this by hand, just like Holland was carrying that taxidermied raccoon. I would have been walking into Lebanon with a fucking IMAX camera in hand with all my other bags. But damn, was I right. Look at how nice this looks as a display case for Blu-rays. And I would have put all my Christopher Nolan movies that are filmed in IMAX in there. God, I'm missing out. And the theater that I'm going to, the Udvar-Hazy Airbus Museum, whatever the fuck, they don't sell specialty popcorn buckets. So Honkpick said, I got the cup. Which cup? You got the gripper? I got myself a gripper, and I also, surprise, Chris also got him. I got Chris a gripper as well. Chris was begging me for a gripper in the text message. He's like, please, Anthony, I need the gripper. I need a gripper. Chris, oh, we shall get you a gripper. I don't know what Chris plans on doing with that gripper. All right? But he got a gripper too. It's $50 for this? God, I don't know if I want to spend $50 on this. I can't even bring it with me. Honkpig got the gripper. Let's fucking go. Hey, yo, Honkpig, that's a good fucking choice. Good choice, Honkpig. Good choice. It's going to go up in value. It's already doubled in value on eBay. People are already selling it for $50, $60 on eBay. So Good job, Honk Big. I have a gripper. I've been gripping it all week every time I got it, man. But anyway, I just wanted to show you guys that I was right. When I say something, I have good taste, okay? I am a man of class, a man of taste, okay? Look at this. And this is a popcorn bucket that gets an S tier because it can be repurposed for something that is literally film-based. Goddamn, I wish I bought this thing. I might have to check out AMC's website for this. I swear to God. Anyways, back to the... Now, someone brought this up a couple of days ago when we were live streaming. They're like, hey, Anthony, did you know that the people from the sub-Saharan Sahara are boycotting the movie? And I was like, oh, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I am going to hear it. Let's watch, okay? I do have my tickets for the film. Full disclosure, I already bought my tickets over a month ago. I do kind of remember this being an issue while they were shooting the film a year and a half ago. I remember hearing about this, but I never really paid much attention to it. And I do want to apologize. Like, yeah, I did put my love affair with IMAX, my love affair with Nolan ahead of the people of the Sahara. And that's not right. That's not right. As someone who talks about Palestine a lot, who talks about Lebanon, who talks about boycotting shit, who boycotts shit all the fucking time, you know, it feels kind of wrong going and indulging in this film, especially the way that it was filmed. I mean, look, they spent 4 days shooting in the Saharan desert. It's not like they filmed the whole thing there, but, you know, it wasn't right. You know, it's colonized land. This land does not belong to Morocco, and they fully took advantage of Donald Trump's sort of aid to Morocco. Let's watch Democracy Now! Talk about it. This is a 5-minute report. Let's get educated, okay? So parts of the Odyssey were filmed in occupied Western Sahara, defying requests from the Sahrawi people. Advocates are now calling for a boycott of the film, and what they say is complicity with Morocco's occupation and cultural genocide. So let's watch. Mrs. Amy Goodman, take it away.
Hollywood's blockbuster adaptation of the ancient Greek poem, The Odyssey, premieres on movie screens around the world today amidst growing calls for a boycott. Human rights campaigners are criticizing director Christopher Nolan over his decision to film a part of the film in Western Sahara, a vast territory in northwestern Africa that Morocco has occupied for the past half-century. This is a trailer for The Odyssey. It features scenes that are believed to have been filmed in the Moroccan-occupied Western Sahara.
Like, there's no reason they couldn't have filmed these scenes somewhere else, somewhere that wasn't occupied, somewhere that isn't being ethnically cleansed. So that is a failure from the filmmakers of this film. You know, it's a failure, you know, and it's a huge oversight. And it's sad that this is now going to cast a shadow on this film. You know what I'm saying? Like, who gives a shit about Elliot Page is in the movie? There's a black lady playing Helen of Troy. Who gives? Those are nothing controversies. Those are manufactured controversy, manufactured outrage. This is actually noble outrage. This is an actual reason to be upset at the film, an actual reason to be upset at the production. You know, if you wanted to boycott the movie, this is a reason to boycott the movie. Not because Elliot Page is in the movie, not because Lupita Nyong'o is in the movie, not because there's an Asian or an Indian man playing Greeks, okay? This is a valid reason to be upset at the film, you know? Aitor says, pirated? No, I'm not going to... Guys. I have tickets to watch this in a real IMAX theater, 1:43 aspect ratio. I'm not watching this on my phone.
Do you remember? Thunder. Fire. Death.
Amy Goodman, you're going to get me blocked because of this. Don't show the trailer.
Death.
For The Odyssey, Sahrawi campaigners and filmmakers are demanding a boycott. Earlier this month, they held a protest during the London premiere of The Odyssey.
Free Sahara! Free Sahara! Thank you. Free Sahara! Free Sahara!
Polish Pusher in chat, who's been a member for 11 months, folks. Polish, thank you so much. Says, consider sending our brother Mohsen a couple of bucks if you can. And she has shared a chuffed link to Mohsen's fundraiser page. So, folks, if you guys have any bucks to spare, have a little bit of money to spare, go ahead and send it over to our friend Mohsen, who desperately needs any aid that they can get. They're still getting slammed in Gaza. The genocide has not stopped. It is ongoing. Even though Hamas hasn't fired a single shot towards Israelis in like 10 months or something, the Israelis have not stopped their offensive against the poor, innocent people of Gaza. So consider Polish, thanks so much for bringing this to our attention.
For more, we're joined by two guests. Maria Carrion, former Democracy Now! Producer. She lives in Madrid, Spain. She's executive director of FISAHARA, the Sahara International Film Festival. And Abedin Mohamed Hamoudi, filmmaker from Western Sahara, born and raised in the Sahrawi refugee camps in Tindouf, Algeria. He's part of Sahrawi Voice, a collective of Sahrawi filmmakers and journalists. Maria, let's begin with you. If you can talk about how you found out about the making, where part of the film was made, and your efforts to reach out to Christopher Nolan.
Yes, we found out exactly 1 year ago. Some activists from Dakhla, which is in southern Western Sahara, alerted us to the fact that Christopher Nolan and his team were in Dakhla in the White Dune, filming part of the movie. As a result, we asked them to leave. We asked Universal to stop the shoot and Nolan to leave with his team. However, instead of leaving, Nolan, well, he was first photographed with the Moroccan Minister of Culture, Mehdi Ben Said. Then the Moroccan Minister of Culture went on to say that this shoot was going to be just what Morocco needed in order to promote Dakhla as a filming destination, and in addition to it being a tourist destination. Now, this occupying force is practicing cultural genocide against the Sahrawi people, ethnic cleansing, especially in Dakhla, where people are being routinely ousted from their homeland. And it's the site of mega projects, big port.
So this is the equivalent of someone going to parts of the West Bank, but parts of the West Bank, for example, that have been occupied by illegal Israeli settlers, right? So it's technically occupied land. It's still part of Palestine, but settlers are going in there. They're taking their land. They're pushing people out. And it's like Nolan going to a part of the West Bank that was just recently cleansed and taken over by Israelis, or actually anywhere in Israel. But if you want to talk about, like, if you want to make it more direct, like it's happening right now as we speak, that could be maybe a more apt comparison. But like, it's like someone going to shoot a scene in Israel, or in a recently occupied part of the West Bank, if you want to talk about a more recent occupation and a more recent ethnic cleansing of the area.
Resorts, wind farms, agriculture, roads. And so by staying silent for 1 year and then using this footage, Nolan has basically become an accomplice to Moroccan occupation of Western Sahara. The real odyssey being that of the Sahrawi people who for 50 years have tried to liberate their homeland. They are separated by a wall, as you've covered extensively in Democracy Now! The people in Western Sahara are repressed, arbitrarily arrested, imprisoned. There's actually a Sahrawi prisoner now, political prisoner on hunger strike, facing death. And the only thing he wants is to be released, as the United Nations has called for him to be, along with all of the other political prisoners from the Gademi Z protest camp. And his name is Namas Fari, and he is fighting for self-determination in Moroccan prison. So what we've done is, first we called for them to leave, then for them not to edit the scenes into the film. And now that the film has been released and clearly they have used these stolen images from Dakhla, we're calling on a campaign by the public not to go see the film and instead watch films about Western Sahara and become aware that it's an occupied territory, also supported by the Trump administration.
So that is the situation. God, why is the chat always resetting over there? Haley says, I will say, just as an aside, there is no ethical consumption under capitalism. We can only really mitigate our individual contributions and consumption. I mean, listen, I know what a lot of this channel is going to feel like if I am going to watch the film, okay? And if people want to criticize me or stop watching the show because of that, then who am I to stop you? Okay, I have developed a very extreme leftist audience, and I don't say extreme leftist in a bad way. Balakis, you guys are super ethical, and that's why I love you guys, right? Because you guys keep me on my toes when it comes to this stuff. I am going to watch this movie, And I don't feel like good about, obviously, I wish this wasn't the case. I wish they hadn't filmed this scene in the sub-Saharan Africa. But also to me, this is like, I got these tickets over a month ago. It's going to be like a really cool experience with my sister. I'm obsessed with Christopher Nolan films in IMAX. So, but Anthony, you're being selfish and you're putting your own little desires ahead of, I know, right? But at the very least, I can now become an advocate for these people. I'm now aware of the situation, and I have a small platform that I'm going to use as much as I can to talk about this and to bring awareness about this, and maybe even try to criticize the movie based on that. So obviously, I'm just being a little selfish dick right now, and I'm still going to watch the movie. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm not going to watch it. I'm going to fucking watch the movie. I'm very excited to watch the movie in IMAX. But this is definitely dampening that excitement, and it's making me feel a little bit more shitty about watching it. And it's going to make me think of how can I use the fact that I will watch the movie, and how can I try to raise awareness about the situation. It's not going to make everyone happy. It might even make some people want to stop watching the channel. I've seen someone in chat, Colin Loves, saying boycotting the thing you want is the real test. I know, but I'm weak. And I'm sorry. As a Lebanese person who lives in Lebanon, who's already had to boycott so many fucking things, you have no idea how many things I boycott, how many brands I avoid, how many shops I avoid, how many restaurants, how many conglomerates, everything. Like I'm here in the States right now. You want to talk about boycotting? I'm in the States. I'm in the heart of the devil. I am in the heart. I'm in the source of Zionism. I'm right now in the country, and every dollar I spend here, every dollar I spend in this country is now going to, guess what? Encouraging the genocide and the ethnic cleansing of my own people. So can you really win? You know what I mean? But what I can do is use my platform to try to talk about this and try to raise awareness. And if I can deter some other people, you know, to not watch it, then hey, maybe that's a good thing. But like, am I myself going to stop myself from watching this? At this point, no. You know, but I know how it goes. I've disappointed many people on this channel. It's happened before. It's going to happen again. So I am going to be watching the movie, but I'm now very much aware of the situation, and whatever I can do to raise awareness about it and to shit on Christopher Nolan for doing this, we're going to do it. And if this disappoints someone, I'm sorry, guys. You know, I genuinely am. You know what I mean? But like, it's also hard fucking live streaming, and everything that I do is like public, and like I can't even hide things. Like even watching a movie gets me in trouble sometimes, which is like, all right. So I try, but I feel like I already fucking boycott a lot. You know what I mean? And I spend my whole platform, my whole YouTube channel has become an anti-Israel, anti-Zionist YouTube channel. Like I tried to post a clip of like me talking about the Kratos recasting on the God of War show. Got like 20 views in an hour. My YouTube channel, like I can't even post videos that are not politically motivated anymore, or that are not related to like anti-Zionism, just because of like, this is what my channel has become after 2 years of only making these videos and only calling out Israel, Israel, Israel. If I try to post anything on this channel that isn't related to that, the algorithm buries it. So I feel like I've already offered up my whole YouTube channel. My everything has been given to the cause in a way. I'm not trying to like pat myself on the back and give myself an outlook. This is why I deserve to watch the movie. It's just a fucking movie, ultimately. But I've done more than most. That's what I'll say. I've done more than most to try to make a difference. Whether it's raising money, raising awareness. And don't forget, we're being bombed currently. So you know, so I'm not like, yeah, I think I deserve a little bit more leeway than like a white person that lives here also. You know what I mean? Like, let us enjoy this shit at least. But that's just my way of saying it. So you can be mad, you can be angry, you can be disappointed. I understand, you know. It's fair. It's fair. It's a I wouldn't have watched this video unless I kind of agreed with the message, you know? Like I wouldn't bring this up. I would try to hide this and ignore the comments like, "Oh, there's nothing wrong." No, we're watching this video together because I know that it's fucked up, right? Like I just want to be real with you guys. I'm going to watch the movie. And I might very much enjoy it, and I'm going to review it here on this channel. You know? But when I review it, and part of my review, I'm going to cut out a section and talk about this. And I'm going to raise awareness about this. And moving forward, I'm going to do whatever I can to call this out and to give a voice to the people of the Western Sahara. So I think that's the best thing that could come out of this situation. You know what I mean? But for everybody who's concerned and like calling me out in chat, I understand you. I see you. I respect you. And if you can boycott the movie, you are way more, you're way stronger than I am. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you guys. And Colin Loves, thank you for calling me out. And thank you guys for keeping me on my toes. And Lemon Min Cat, thank you for bringing it up. Even though, don't apologize for bringing it up. You know, it's okay. It's okay. It's just a movie at the end of the day.
Hollywood's
I'm not going to personally be hurting anyone by doing it, but like, you know, I don't want to be, I don't want to help in the erasure of another culture. And I don't want to contribute to that because it's happening to me right now. It's happening to the Palestinians right now. So it's just one of those unfortunate situations. And this is something like, this is an intersection with something that I truly, truly love. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Ben Shapiro, weirdly enough, with all the culture war stuff happening here, this was Ben Shapiro's quick review. I wanted to hold my opinion on the Odyssey until I'd seen it. I know, weird. So here it is. It's a grand spectacle with a fascinating moral core. It's extraordinary. Also, the actor shouldn't have said dad, and the casting of Elliot Page is a pebble in the shoe. Irritating and bothersome and unnecessary. All my thoughts here, including my Zendaya and Lupita Nyong'o takes. Check it out. So he loved it. He basically called it like a masterpiece. He loves it. He's happy, which is crazy. So again, big L for the culture wars. Far Twain says a $5 donor. Thank you so much, Far Twain. And says, love, let it slip that Ethan forbids the crew from streaming together or about popular topics because he doesn't want them to take viewership from him. What? I love Far Twain is always popping in here with like the most random H3 facts. Like, they have 12,000 viewers currently. But that's crazy. Yeah, their views are fucking down. So wait, love, let it slip that Ethan forbids the crew from streaming together. God, that's crazy, huh? So like they can't collaborate. Like AB can't stream with anyone from the crew. They have to stream solo. So yeah, right. He's afraid that like they're recreating the H3 vibe far away from H3. So it's like, hey, if the crew is streaming together, why would anyone watch H3 without me, the problematic host? Damn, that's crazy, yo. So love, let it slip that Ethan forbids the crew from streaming together or about popular topics because he doesn't want them to take viewership from him. Oh my God. Well, then he's got to pay them more. He has to pay them more. He's basically telling them, hey, you're not allowed to earn money this way by doing these things. You can only do those things here on the channel, but like, you know, streaming together can help them earn more money. Talking about that's the point of streaming, right? You find the most popular topics, things that people are talking about, and you talk about those on your stream. If they're not allowed to talk about things that are currently happening in the world, then what the fuck is the point? What is your stream about all of a sudden? That's crazy, man. That's nutty. That's fucking crazy, dude. Yeah, that show is not going to last. That show is not going to last, guys. Oops. Oh, no, don't do that to me. Don't fucking do that to me now. 1 second. Why? No. 1 second. Yes, okay. Sorry. I'm trying to open the tabs for the Iran war, and they were opening on the wrong... Attacks. Who's that? Okay. I'm just opening up links for the Iran segment, which is going to make my laptop blow up because there's so many links, but that's okay. All right. It's already chopping up. There we go. Polish Busher with 1 gifted membership. Holy shit. Thank you so much, Polish. Polish, thank you. We appreciate you. Far Twain says, guys, W's in the chat for Polish, and that membership just went to Dr. Sahiba. Dr. Sahiba, let's go. Dr. Sahiba, if we need a doctor, are you a doctor of what, Dr. Sahiba? What do you doctor? Far Twain says Love was going to go to Taco Bell, and then he remembered that he wasn't allowed Lamau, and he let it. Why isn't he allowed to go to Taco? Because of the lettuce stuff? So wait, he's like, even if he was doing a solo stream and he just wanted to go to Taco Bell and talk about the diarrhea thing, he's not allowed? Yo, that's crazy, man. That's nuts. Polish is asking, can we hit... Yeah, guys, we have 100 people watching and only 50 likes. Let's go. Hit that like button. If you're here, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel, by the way. I forgot to say this, guys. To support the channel, you don't have to send in a super chat. You don't have to gift memberships. You don't have to become a member or a patron. None of that. Simply like the video, like the stream, subscribe to the channel. That makes a massive difference already. That helps us find new audiences. If you're watching the replay, throw a comment in there. Have some fun. But make sure to click that like button. Thank you so much. Dr. Sahiba says, I'm a pediatrician. Let's go. Okay, fucking awesome. Okay, so if I ever have kids, Dr. Sahiba, you're going to take care of them, little critters running around. Awesome. Congrats on the membership. Polish, thanks so much for the gifted. Appreciate y'all. Okay. The Iran war, folks. There was a memorandum of, the way I understood it, there was a memorandum of understanding. And now that memorandum of understanding has been misunderstood and completely ignored. Let me close a couple of links. It's gonna be, is the stream deep fried or is it okay? Because it's freezing on my OBS. Is it freezing for you guys? According to the Cradle, U.S. strike cuts off drinking water to 10,000 people in southeastern Iran. Around 10,000 people in Iran's Hormozgan province have been left without drinking water after a U.S. strike hit a desalinization plant in the coastal village of Bunji, a provincial official said on July 18th. The CEO of the Hormozgan Water and Wasteland Company told Tasnim news agency that the attack completely disrupted the supply of drinking water to 20 villages with a population of about 10,000 people. These villages are facing a water shortage crisis, the official added. How is this liberating Iranians, by the way? How is this liberating Iran? How is this making life better for Iranians? I thought this was about stopping nuclear capabilities. I thought this was about crippling Iran's nuclear capabilities. Why would you bomb a desalinization plant if you don't plan on fucking over the locals? And by the way, the Israelis did the same thing in Lebanon. There was a massive water dam in the south that they bombed near or around it. They bombed the dam twice, but it didn't break. Had that dam been destroyed, it would have caused a massive ecological fucking disaster. First of all, massive flooding, and then massive amounts of the population would not have had access to water. Massive amounts of the Lebanese population would have lost access to clean drinking water. And by the way, they bombed the dam itself, so they infected the water. They dropped bombs on the fucking water itself. So like, even if the dam didn't break, and even if they didn't stop the supply of water, they fucking polluted the water, people's drinking water, and water that they use for plant irrigation, all sorts of shit. So it's fucking insane. Polish Busher with another gifted membership. Polish, thank you so much. Polish, we appreciate you. And that just went to Joygi. Congrats, Joygi. Haley D says, what does Dr. Sahiba? Doctor, wrong answers only. People go crazy. By the way, Dr. Sahiba, in Arabic, sahib means like friend or like technically means owner. Sahib, but it's like when you're speaking like generally, when you say hey da sahibe or hey da sahibte, it means that's my boyfriend or that's my girlfriend. So sahiba could also kind of mean like friend. It also means friend as well, like sahibe, hey da sahibe, or rafiki. Rafiki kind of like in The Lion King, Rafiki, you know, the baboon. Rafiki means my friend in Arabic. Rafi'i, you say Rafi'i. So Rafiki means my friend. Technically, when you say Sahbe Kamena, it could either mean my boyfriend or my friend. Sahbe, he's my friend. So Dr. Sahiba, it sounds like you're a friendly doctor. So the friendly doctor, Dr. Sahiba. I don't know where you're from, Dr. Sahiba. I don't know what your name means, but in Arabic, that sounds like a friend, you know? Friend or because also it means owner. So sahib, ana sahib haydal shi. So I am the owner. Ana, me, sahib. I am the owner of this house. Ana sahib haydal bit. Ana sahib haydal whatever. You know. So which has a negative connotation when you say like this is my girlfriend, because you say ana sahiba. That means I'm her owner technically, which is kind of fucked, right? Like or it also works the other way around. Like hey, the sahibte. So she is my owner, which is wrong. I don't like that. I don't like that. You know. I don't like using those terms. So yes, it could also mean boyfriend, girlfriend, but it's technically like I own her, she owns me, which is all sorts of toxic. Fucked up, huh? Shrek says, I'm Dr. Friend. That doctor of friendship. The friend doctor. That's what I like to think of. The friendship doctor. And Haley, thanks so much for the generous donor. That's crazy. Please stop. No more. No more. Everybody just go back and sit back and relax and enjoy. We've got 7 new members today, by the way. Thank you guys so much. So just another... half Iranian, half Indian. Oh, let's go. That's beautiful. What a lovely mix. So terrible. And by the way, Dr. Sahib, I hope if you have family in Iran, I hope everyone's doing okay. You know, I'm sorry this is happening. It's fucked up. But I mean, look, Iran's not taking this shit lying back. Iran is not just getting bombed and just sitting back and be like, oh, what do we do? They're fucking fighting back. This footage shows Iran's direct missile hit on the Muwaffa Salti air base in Jordan, which hosts U.S. troops and jets, with large areas of the base, including the soldiers' barracks and fuel bladder area, on fire. Play fucked up games, you get fucked up rewards. This is what fucking happens, man. This is what fucking happens. Look at that. U.S. bases in Jordan are in flames. Whoa. No, mute. Mute, my guy. So these are U.S. bases in Jordan. Obviously, I don't want anyone in Jordan to be hurt. I don't want any Jordanians to be hurt. The only reason this is making me concerned is because I'm flying into Jordan in 4 days. I am flying into Jordan on Thursday. I have like a 12-hour flight from the U.S. to Jordan, and then I have about a 2-hour layover in Jordan, and then have about like it's like an hour flight or something to get to Lebanon. It's very short to get from Jordan to Lebanon. But I'm just like, okay, because everyone's already getting those messages. Americans like, don't travel to the Middle East, don't travel to the Middle East. If this continues and if the Jordanian airport gets hit for any reason, they're going to stop all flights from the Jordanian airport. Airlines are going to stop flying into Jordan and to the Middle East in general. So like there is a real fucking risk that if this continues and if this continues to escalate, I might be stuck here because literally the Jordanian airlines are going to be like, we're not fucking taking you anywhere, bro. We're not flying to Jordan. So I don't know if in that case I can get like some kind of a refund and then get another airline, like maybe get an Air France ticket or some kind of a European airline, and then that can then take me to Lebanon. But right now, as of this moment, the airport in Jordan is still open and it's still operational. But and I don't mean to make this about me. There's people dying, people in Iran, you know. So like that is the primary issue. Secondary issue, because I just need to get back home to my streaming setup. If I stream on this laptop one more day, guys, I'm going to snap it in half. Do you know what that means? I will snap it in half. We are not doing good. My laptop and our relationship is very strained now. I'm kidding. I love you. Thank you. You weren't supposed to be doing this. Okay, I've had you for 5 years. You were meant to be a cute little MacBook Air. You were not supposed to live stream with. So I'm sorry, and you've been fucking amazing. I love you. Okay, you've saved my life, MacBook Air, M1 MacBook Air for many years. So Yes, I know. I appreciate you, okay? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that, okay? Okay. Anyways, I'm just a little pep talk with my laptop here. So, but I'm fucked, okay? I'm going to be potentially fucked. I'm going to have to spend more time here. And then if I have to get another ticket, it's going to cost like twice as much to get like an emergency last-minute fucking ticket to travel. I can't afford it, man. What's happening? God, man. Every time I'm here, 2 years ago I was here. Israel started bombing Dahya, and I started panicking. I'm like, are they going to close the airport? Are they going to bomb the airport? And then I had to cut my trip here short and went back to Lebanon like 2 days early, and then I ended up regretting it because I don't get to spend a lot of time with my family, right? And I was like, fuck, I could have spent those 2 extra days with my family here, but I ended up leaving early. This time I'm not going to freak out. I'm not going to change my flight or anything, but like I'm just sitting here like, let's just hope they don't bomb the airport. Let's just hope the airport stays standing for a few more days so that I can get out of here. Like, it's fucking crazy, man. I don't like it. Why do they keep doing this to me? Why you do this? Why you do this? Dr. Sahiba says, alhamdulillah, family is doing okay. Yes, let's fucking go. That's awesome. It's good to hear. That is good to hear. I'm glad your family is doing okay. Family in Iran is safe. Alhamdulillah. Let's go. Everybody, W's in the chat for Dr. Sahiba, the friendly doctor, the friend doctor. And we hope your family remains safe. I hope they're not affected by this. How could they not be, though, right? So Iran is just bombing. And look, it's fair. Iran has the right to do what they're doing, right? Their enemy right now is the U.S. Instead of bombing the U.S. right here, why would they need to even get near the United States? The U.S. has bases all around the Middle East, just peppered here and there. Some in Kuwait, some in Saudi, some here, some there. So they're just, you got some U.S. and they're using those bases to attack Iran, right? They're using those bases to attack Iran and to support Israel and etc. So fair game. Even though it affects me negatively, fair fucking game. Good on Iran for fucking doing this. You know? And now some U.S. troops have died. Rest in peace, but like, I mean, y'all volunteered for this, right? Y'all are volunteered to die for Israel. Y'all volunteered to die for Jeffrey Epstein and the Epstein class. So don't start wars that don't need to start, and you're not going to get hurt. It's that fucking simple. Don't start wars that don't need to be started. Don't attack sovereign nations. Don't attack countries that have not provoked you. Don't attack countries that haven't done shit to you. But of course, you know, the Israeli intelligence told Donald Trump that the Iranians had a plan to murder him. Of course, and as an assassination plot, of course. And who can't believe the Israelis, right? If the Israelis tell you that the Iranians are planning to murder you, you have to believe them. So fuck around and find out, bro. I'm so sorry to say, fuck around and find out. Like, what am I supposed to be like? Oh no, the U.S. troops who started this war against the Iranians, an unprovoked war. Oh no, they're dying. What is this? What the fuck, Yanni? What the fuck? Why did they even do it? So here's a close-up video of a missile hitting a U.S. base, and I think this is when potentially some of the U.S. soldiers died. So this video of missiles hitting Muwaffaq Salti Air Base in Jordan is beyond horrifying. You can hear the missile hit and the American soldiers screaming, "Go, go, go!" Regardless of what you think about the war in Iran, please pray for our troops. Listen, I personally am not going to be praying. You're not going to be getting my prayers for the situation. So, you know, but let's see. Let's watch this a little bit. I'm sure this is scary, you know, but like, you're not going to get my sympathy, man, okay? Of course, do I want anyone to die? Of course not. Of course not. But like, who started this war? Who's murdering Iranians by the dozens every day now? Who's bombing desalination plants? Who's bombing schools? Who's bombing hospitals? The fucking U.S., okay? They bombed the children's cancer ward 4 days ago. So, a couple soldiers died. That's sad, you know? Boo-hoo, unfortunately. Call of Duty's getting too real now, ain't it, boys? Huh? Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Play stupid games, win stupid fucking prizes, man. What am I supposed to say? You want me, an Arab man who's currently being attacked by the U.S. and Israel, to be like, oh no, American troops are hurt. Bless the civilians. Bless, yeah, Hermio, I completely agree. I'll mostly hope the casualties of civilians are kept low. That's all I can say. That's the best we can say. Let's hope no civilian casualties. Let's pray for no civilian casualties. No civilians. If you volunteered to go join this war, you knew the risks, right? You knew the risks. Polish, holy shit, Polish pusher, folks. Holy shit, Polish has just gifted 5 Do Not Worry memberships. Folks, we're at 12 memberships. Polish, that's way too kind. Thank you. We're at 12 new memberships today, folks. 12 new memberships. I got to update the number here. I got to update the number from 339. We're at 350 now. Holy shit. Polish, thank you so much. You're way too kind. Please, no more. Guys, no more, no more, no more. No more. You guys are nuts. Everybody, W's in the chat for Polish and for Haley, for blessing us with 12 new members today. You guys are incredible. So, I mean, disturbing footage. A traveling in a Friday combi on a hippie trailhead full of zombie. Here is Iran has blown up the Kuwaiti Academy. So Kuwait is also eating shit right now. Kuwait, it's not just Jordan. Kuwait, come in. Look at that. So this is the Academy of Security. I don't know what the fuck the Academy of Security it is, but oh, look at that. That's a nice meme. Around, they fucked. Fuck around. Oh, sorry. Around, they fucked. Found out, they did. Do or do not. There is no try. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering. God, I miss Master Yoda. So, around they fucked. Found out. They did. And this is what happens. Again, you want to be a U.S. bitch state. You want to be a U.S. fucking little bitch boy state. You want to house U.S. bases in your country. That's what's gonna fucking happen. That's what's going to fucking happen. And the U.S. is going to do nothing to help you. These countries have been begging the U.S. to stop this fucking war. The GCC, Dubai, Saudi Arabia, everyone's like, please, Trump, what the fuck? What the fuck are you doing? You've brought upon destruction upon our fucking region for no fucking reason for this dumbass fucking war. Then they had the memorandum of understanding. Everybody breathed a big fucking sigh of relief. And now these fucking Epstein fucking pedophiles are starting it again. Pete fucking Hegseth, fucking stupid idiotic war criminals, Marco fucking Rubio, just the dumbest motherfuckers on the planet now have control of the nuclear codes, bro. These fucking dumb motherfuckers have access to the world's most powerful fucking military, and they are wielding this extremely powerful weapon like a 6-year-old who found their fucking father's gun in a house. Like, what is this? And then they're going to shoot everything in their path by accident or not by accident. But that is the equivalent. It is the equivalent of a child unlocking his dad's safe and grabbing his fucking gun. This is who has this is who's controlling the US military now. A bunch of fucking dumbass toddlers, racist toddlers who don't know what the fuck they're doing and who do not understand the power that they're wielding. They do not understand the power that they're wielding and the gravity of what they are causing right now. Are they lining their pockets with cash? Of course. Other than that, my whole fucking region is on fucking fire right now, dude. The whole Middle East is on fucking fire right now. And these countries still want to be US bitches. Lebanon right now, our president is desperate to be an American ally, a little vassal state for the US. Are you kidding me? You see what's happening when you ally yourself with the United States. They start wars and then they abandon their fucking allies high and dry. Yeah, just fucking figure it out, man. The U.S. is always going to look after its own interests. They don't give a shit about its allies. Fucking case in point. They've restarted the fucking war that all of their allies have been begging them to stop. They don't care. They don't care that it's affected. They don't care that Kuwait's getting bombed. They don't care that Jordan's getting bombed. A few American jets got destroyed. They don't care. They don't care. Some Kuwaitis might die. Some Jordanians might die. They don't give a shit. They're going to blame Iran for it. And fucking dumbass Americans are going to believe it here on the media. Well, Iranians are plotting to kill President Trump, so they need to do this. It's like, you fucking idiots, dude. It's just, it's like infuriating. It's infuriating. I don't know what else to say. Here, people in Kuwait. This is Kuwait airport. People lining up to... This is the same... Like, guys, we've been watching the same footage for like a year now. Remember just a few months ago, airports in Dubai, people like this fucking trying to escape, abandoning their dogs, abandoning their pets in the streets. There was a like 200% increase in just like abandoned animals in Dubai and all these fucking countries. Rich influencers just leaving their animals and like running away, escaping. People in Dubai didn't even have a right to post about it. If they talked about the bombs on social media, they would get arrested or they had to pay massive fines. Like, what the fuck? Look at these fucking people. Chaos. We're back to chaos in the Middle East right now, dude. Back to chaos because the fucking dumbass president and his stupid cabinet of children. It's insane, man. Like, how... Biscuit Maker 3000 says Trump is a symptom of the deeply, deeply messed up system of America. Homeless person who stole $15, jail for 20 years, but a rapist pedophile isn't even given a full sentence. If even that, exactly. Completely lopsided legal system. Polish says, wait a goddamn minute, that is not how I have been saying quit. How do you guys say quit? In Lebanese, we say quit. Quit. That's how we say it. Some people say Kuwait. It's like in Lebanese, we say quit. That's it. Quit. Let's watch some YouTube videos. Iran attacks Kuwait and Qatar and more as U.S. strikes Iran bridges. Yeah, we talked about the bridges a couple days ago.
Vital resources are coming under fire in Kuwait today. Iran struck a power and desalination plant.
Kuwait. We don't say Kuwait. You got to wait in the queue. What do you mean Kuwait? Kuwait or like Kuwait. What are they? Kuwait. You got to wait in the queue. Wait. Oh my God. Wait in the queue. Wait. Oh, that's why. You got to wait in queue, ma'am. Wait. Let's hear that again. 1 second.
Vital resources are coming under fire in Kuwait today. Iran struck a power and desalination plant there, prompting urgent public warnings from the government. Those warnings were... I
mean, look, if there's one thing white people love, it's waiting in a queue, right? They love waiting in queues, waiting in lines. There's a queue. Quick, let's wait.
To conserve water and electricity, even as temperatures soar into the mid-40s on the Celsius scale. Iran also says it targeted US assets in Oman, Jordan and elsewhere, and it is threatening the ports of its Gulf neighbors. This all...
Fair, bro, fair. They have every right to do that. All of these fucking countries are being used to launch a war against Iran. Why would they not attack US resources there? Why would they not attack US bases there? There's US weapons, there's rocket launchers, there's jets, there's soldiers, there's... Like, you're just asking for it at this point, you fucking dumbasses. And now they're going to use the fact that American troops have died to go even harder on Iran, maybe even try to justify a ground invasion. Good luck with that. Remember the guy was like, we are waiting. We are waiting for them. What was he, the defense minister? And guys, I don't want to be in a position to defend the Iranian government. Let me make that very clear. Okay, my sister's partner is from Iran. I've heard horrible things about the government there. And he's not like one of those American Iranians who's like, thank you, Trump. No, he's very much against Trump and very much against the war in Iran and very much supports the people in Iran versus the US. But like, please don't make me defend the Iranian government, man. I don't want to defend the Iranian government because the Iranian government, for all intents and purposes, is kind of shit. Okay? And they did murder a lot of protesters a few months ago. Not 30,000 in 4 days, but a few thousand people, you know? So I don't want to be here in a position where I'm like, the righteous government of Iran. No, of course not. But like in the face of like American imperialism and colonialism and the evil of the US, of course I'm going to support the Iranian government. Of course. In this case, it is a lesser of two evils, but make no mistake, it is still an evil. And it's not like it's a Muslim. I don't give a shit about that. It's just about how they treat the people in Iran. Okay? So when I criticize the US, that doesn't mean I am praising the Iranian government. But in this case, it is a matter of a lesser of two evils. And I'm sorry, there's a big difference between the evils of the US imperialism and Iran. But do not make me, I'm not here to defend the Iranian government and what they've done to the people of Iran. Absolutely not. Okay, and the more I speak with my sister's partner, the more I understand why the people of Iran need and desperately want change, but not like this, not at the hands of the Americans. And no one, not a single self-respecting Iranian person is asking for American interventionism in this situation. Okay? So I just want to make it clear. IDF kills children, sends a $5 dono. Thank you so much, IKC, you crazy motherfucker. Says, may God protect us from the Epstein regime. That's the only way to say it, right? It's the Epstein class. We are all fighting the Epstein fucking class. And look, I will defend the Iranian soldiers. You know what I mean? The Iranian military right now is literally defending their borders. They're defending their country. So, like, I don't look at the U.S. military. And I said that, I think, 2 days ago on another live stream. Polish says, IDF kills children. You are a treasure to this community. He truly is. Truly is. But like the Iranian military has my full support and my full respect. I'm sorry, they're currently defending their country from an unjust war. They're a sovereign nation, okay? So they're defending their own borders. They're defending their land. It is not like soldiers that volunteer to go to other countries and kill people that have nothing to do with them, okay? It's not like U.S. soldiers who volunteer to go kill people in the Middle East and kill brown people and have some fucking fun and play real-life Call of Duty. When it comes to the Lebanese military that is there to protect our own borders, that is there to protect our land, even if we're talking resistance forces, the Iranian military right now, these guys are protecting their own fucking country. So my commentary about the Iranian government has also nothing to do with my commentary on the Iranian army and military that is now protecting their land from an unjust fucking war against the two most evil enemies in the world, the US and Israel. So Haley says, do we mourn the IDF? No. Fuck them. Of course, we'll never mourn the IDF. And I'm also, you're not going to find me mourning the U.S. Army. I'm sorry. You know, it's not going to happen here. Not on this stream. You'll find many other streams, many other American content creators that are going to do that. Not here. I'm sorry. It's not happening here.
All coming after an escalation in U.S. attacks, including strikes on bridges in the south of Iran in what was a sixth straight night of bombing. CNN's Nick Robertson joining us today from Jerusalem. And Nick, 30 days after the, very, what felt like historic signing of that MOU, it does seem as if things have escalated in a way that makes it feel very uncomfortable in region. What do you make of these developments and where we are at?
I think, obviously, we're on an escalatory military cycle. I think that because neither...
I could have told you that, motherfucker. They're paying you how much for this political... Guys, should I be on CNN to talk about the Iran war? I think it's looking like an escalation there, Halagorani. Of course it's looking like an escalation, man. Jesus.
The side has said we're outrightly...
He's in Jerusalem. Oh, fuck this guy.
Scrapping the MOU. The MOU sort of remains marginalized completely on the sidelines of these military operations, but it's still a document that's intact, and one can possibly see a time where either side can recommend going back to that, having decided that through the military means at the moment they're not getting where they want to. So I think on the diplomatic front, that document, although it's no use to anyone at the moment, can be, again, useful in the future because it is the blueprint for the way out of the current situation. But if you just look at the range of these strikes that are going on, and break it down very, very simply here, both sides have a reason for hitting the targets that they hit. Iran says it hits US military bases and assets in the region. Clearly, last night, it hit a civilian facility in Kuwait that is a huge vulnerability for all Gulf countries, the desalination and power plants that go with them that provide the AC, that provide the clean water that people drink. For most of the
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. If you're bombing Iranian desalination plants, it is only fair that they bomb Kuwaiti desalination plants. And why are they bombing American people? Well, because they're putting pressure. They're putting pressure on the U.S. They're putting pressure on Israel by bombing their allies. That's the point, okay? They're creating pressure. They're creating an environment where these allies are going to hopefully turn to the U.S. and be like, fucking stop what you're doing. We cannot handle the situation. Now, what is more likely going to happen? These fucking stupid countries and their never-ending stupidity are going to be like, well, we're now going to help the U.S. and joining them in their Iran bombing campaigns. That's what I think is going to happen. Instead of putting pressure on the U.S. to stop, they're going to feel pressure to like bomb Iran themselves as a show of force to their people. Like, look, as the Kuwaiti government, we're not going to take these bombs lying down. We're gonna start bombing Iran as well. Instead of being like, we're going to tell the U.S. to fuck off and to get rid of their fucking bases and tell them to fucking stop the war. That is, and that's what they were doing months ago, right? Like the Dubai president, the GCC were like, Saudi Arabia, like we will strike Iran as well. It's like, no, motherfucker, that's not the idea here. The idea is for you to stop and put pressure on the U.S. to stop this fucking war. Use your diplomatic abilities. Use your fucking funding. Use whatever you can to deter the U.S. from continuing this war. But what are they going to do instead? They're going to want to act like tough guys. That's all the GCC has. You know what I'm saying? It's a fucking inferiority complex. We have the biggest mall. We have the tallest tower and the most powerful military. We will bomb Iran 10 times harder. It's like, no, you fucking idiots. Stop the war. Put diplomatic pressure to stop this fucking bloodshed.
Gulf countries, these are absolutely essential and indispensable. So they're a massive pressure point. So Iran's ratcheted up to that level. If you look at what the United States is doing and understand how militaries work, they won't just be throwing their munitions around, we'll put some here, we'll put some there. They'll be thinking of what are we planning on doing next week? Where do we think we might be in a week's time or 2 weeks' time? So we'll have operations that shape us towards that. Number one, making sure that the Strait of Hormuz is going to be safe for the travel of vessels, which means taking out infrastructure, port facilities along the Strait of Hormuz. But it's going beyond that. It's trying to get to the infrastructure that links those areas around the Strait of Hormuz, particularly Bandar Abbas and some of the other ports along there, to deeper inside of Iran, as well as denying other ports.
Okay, we got. This might. I don't know if I've ever seen a super chat from this person. The real Hash King says Iran genuinely has the right to defend itself. Absolutely, 100%, 100%. Everything that Iran does, I'm not going to criticize. Unless they start just targeting like civilian infrastructure willy-nilly, then I'm going to be like, hey, don't fucking do that because you're no better than the enemy at this point. But they have absolutely every single right to defend themselves 100%. And the real Hash King. What? Where are you from? Because you know Red Lebanese. You know Lebanese people are the real Hash Kings. All right, just got to say that, all right? Hezbollah in particular. Hezbollah makes amazing hash. Got to keep my voice on my family's here, but you know what I'm saying? Red Lebanese. I'm sure you know about that, right?
As well as targeting Bushehr, where there is an Iranian military airbase, which is about less than 1 minute's fighter jet flight from Karg Island, which again has been floated in the deep past as a possible target. That's where we seem to be.
Yeah, and Tehran issuing threats over the Gulf's oil lifeline at this point. It does seem as if it is, though, widening its target list. Syria, Iraq, Jordan. We already know that it's targeted Qatar, Kuwait, Bahrain.
You know what country they're not targeting? Lebanon. Listen. We've been through our own shit. Lebanon, we have been allies to Iran. We have been good allies. Okay, we have fought the good fight. All right, so at least Iran knows to steer clear from Lebanon, which, you know, thank you to our Iranian brothers and sisters. Thank you for supporting Lebanon. Thank you for supporting our resistance for so long. Thank you for standing by our side as we try to take out the fucking Israelis. So thank you, Iran. Thank you for targeting every other country except yours truly. Yeah, boy. Thank you. We very much appreciate. Okay.
Of course, in Oman. But I wonder what the message is here, do you think, from Iran in widening that lens, widening the scope of these targets outside of the Gulf?
Yeah, it's what's often called the escalatory ladder, isn't it? You know, you target just a couple of Gulf countries in the beginning. It's been Kuwait, it was Bahrain. Now it's up to a former US base, Al Tanf, inside of Syria that hadn't been struck before. It's interesting that Saudi Arabia hasn't been struck so far in this round, and Saudi Arabia normally considers itself at the top of that escalatory.
Ooh, The Real Hashking says Colorado, but I actually went to school for cannabis. Very familiar with the whole global scene. And damn, you went to school for cannabis? What is it called? Like, what's the undergrad called? Weed studies? The Real Hashking says, unironically, Lebanese blonde is top tier compared to Morocco, Afghanistan. There we go. Yeah, Lebanese guys, Lebanese stuff is like the best. We're known for our amazing hash. Is it better than Afghan? The Real Hash says, unironically, Lebanese blonde is top tier compared to Morocco, Afghanistan. So are we better than Morocco and Afghanistan? Are we better than Afghanistan? That would be fucking crazy. Do we have a fucking expert? We have an expert in here. Holy shit. Polish push with the $2 donut says, if we hit 100 likes, I'll never... No. Polish, no. Guys, do not like... Let's not hit 100 likes. For Polish's sakes. Polish, if we hit 100 likes, I'll never financially recover. No. No more. Can I block Polish? Polish, don't make me block you. I have the option to block you. Look, I can put you in a timeout, Polish. So no. Nobody liked the stream, okay? Enough. No. Real Hashking says business is AA. Cannabis business BA. Cannabis science BA. Damn, cannabis business BA and a cannabis science. That's fucking awesome. I did not know that was even a thing. Much respect. God forgives the bastards. Wallen says Afghan is best. Hey now, Lebanese is best. You're on a Lebanese live stream right now, so respect to Lebanese blonde and red Lebanese, okay? Please. Please.
Ladder, but Iran threatening to hit ports in the region, threatening the sort of highest value, most prized asset that's mostly been outside of the war in Saudi Arabia, Yambo port there, where the oil exports go through, where exports to the Red Sea and imports, frankly, as well, come into the country, come into the region, as well as Jebel Ali, a principal port in the Emirates where you are. That would be a huge blow for the Emiratis if Iran was to continue to go after that Hamad port in Qatar. Just a number of ports in the region. And I think if we think back to those days at the beginning of April, just before the ceasefire came into play, I think it was the 8th or 9th of April, what Iran did on the last night of strikes was to strike sort of the deepest and send significant messages of what it was still capable of. So it sent the warning then, and now it's saying, you know we can do this. We're putting it on the table. So yes, we're in a cycle of escalation.
Let's discuss this and more with CNN senior military analyst, the former NATO Supreme Allied Commander, retired Admiral James Stavridis. Admiral, thanks very much for joining us. Many of these bridges in Iran that were targeted by the U.S. were on routes connected to the city of Bandar Abbas, which is home to an Iranian military naval base, as you well know. What does that signal to you about the U.S. strategy that's unfolding right now?
Two things. Well, first, it is going to attempt...
I'm like zoned out of these guys. What are they talking about here? I got more. We got more. Haley says, don't tell her what to do. Chad and she is not your sahiba. I do not own. I know I don't own them. I don't own Polish, but I can just give advice, you know. Great, dude. We can't teach Haley any Arabic. She uses it turns it against me in 5 seconds. So 2 U.S. soldiers killed. Let's see what CBS Evening News has to say.
We begin with the fast-rising tensions with Iran following deadly attacks on American forces. The U.S. Central Command says 2 soldiers were killed and a third is missing at this hour after an Iranian attack on a base in Jordan. They are the first U.S. troops to die in the region since April. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth sharing this post today. Godspeed, heroes. Their sacrifice only stiffens our resolve.
Stiffens your fucking boner, you motherfucker. Boner of death. It only stiffens. Why are you saying stiffens our resolve, you motherfucker? Especially after you talk about all that injecting yourself with testosterone. It only stiffens our resolve. Nothing needs to be stiffened over here, man. Stop talking about stiffening. I don't want to imagine you and the word stiff. You fucking racist piece of shit, Nazi fuck. It only stiffens my resolve.
Attacks between Iran and the U.S. have been escalating for days now. A total of 16 U.S. service members have died since the war started at the end of February. CBS's Anna Karine is in our London bureau with the very latest developments. Anna.
Good evening, Jericho. In a series of attacks on U.S. bases in the Gulf, it appears the United States and Iran are sliding back into war. Weeks after the fragile...
God, sliding back and stiffening. Stop using these terms. Sliding, stiffening.
Ceasefire was extended. Overnight, both sides launched attacks targeting critical infrastructure, with the vital and strategic waterway, the Strait of Hormuz, shut down once again. For the 7th consecutive night, U.S. strikes on Iranian targets, as the drumbeat of a return to war grows louder. A week after the ceasefire fell apart, the U.S. military said it had hit Iranian surveillance sites, military logistics infrastructure, underground weapon storage, and maritime capabilities. Iran responded, sending a barrage of missiles and drones at U.S. allies in the Gulf, striking U.S. bases in Bahrain and Jordan with deadly force. In Kuwait, power generation and water desalination plants were also hit, as well as a U.S. military support center. For the first time in almost 4 months, Iran also attacked Saudi Arabia. State media said the...
Oh, no. Yeah, man. Saudi Arabia, dude, it's fucking... I don't trust... You can't trust Trump to start a war, to end a war, or to negotiate himself out of a war. This guy's a fucking clown, dude. Oh, my God, dude. What a fucking horrible, evil government, man. What an evil government. And look, ever since I've been here, it's felt like there's an apocalypse coming in the States, dude. Heat waves, thunderstorms in the middle of July, people shitting themselves after eating Taco Bell, fucking exploding ass lettuce, the fires in Canada. You can't even fucking breathe anything. You can't go out and breathe here. You'll get fucking killed. So, like, what's happening? Heat waves, breathing smoked, toxic air. The vegetables are fucking toxic. The weather is toxic. Something doesn't look good here. Something doesn't bode well for life in America. Something fucking big is coming. I don't know what it is, but like, I feel like the world and like nature is sending you guys a message. Do you guys feel it? You know? Do you guys feel it? Because I can sense it, you know? Too much shit. Like, I've been here for 3 weeks. It's been 3 weeks of hell. 3 weeks of hell. What is happening here?
The IRGC targeted the Prince Sultan Air Base, which hosts American forces. If the U.S. attacks continue for another 2 to 3 days, we will enter a phase of full-scale offensive and destructive attacks, said a senior advisor to Iran's supreme leader. Iran will no longer limit itself to mere retaliation, and no political border will be safe from Iran's offensive powers.
Leave us out of it, Iran. Leave Lebanon out of it. We've been through too much. We've been through too much. The South is being ethnically cleansed. Please, Iran, remember who's there for you. Remember who's your partner. Lebanon, the resistance. Me. I
don't think anybody should be able to charge a fee for it.
President Trump says a U.S. naval blockade on Iranian ports would resume this week to apply more pressure on the regime. Meanwhile, 50,000 American troops remain on standby in the region, prepared for what happens next. Jerica.
All right, Anna Corin for us in London. Thank you. As the Iran conflict escalates, there's new pain at the pump for Americans. Tonight, a gallon of regular nationwide is set to top $4.
Oh, no. Americans have to pay more for gas after murdering people abroad. That's the least that you fucking do. You want to murder people? You want to murder people abroad? You want to blow up hospitals? You want to blow up desalinization plants? You want to murder Palestinians? You want to murder Iranians? You want to help? You want to cover? You want to give cover to the Israelis so they can ethnically cleanse and genocide whoever they want? You can afford to pay a little bit more for gas. Okay, you can afford to pay a little bit more for gasoline. It's okay. Oh no, we're paying more for gas. Yeah, look. Oh my God, dude, look what the world is. People are mourning their dead and burying their dead, and a 17-year-old football player in Palestine. And oh no, we have to pay $3.99 a gallon. I have to pay more at the pump. I have to pay more at the pump now. I can't drive as often as I used to. I have to carpool now. I have to take my kids, pick them up from soccer. We had to buy a smaller car. Oh no! It's fucking crazy to me. Look at what the shit that people deal with. Look at the difference. My car's consuming more gas. $3.99 a gallon. What the hell? WTH. You're fucking killing people. You should be suffering a lot more than paying $3.99 a gallon. Let me just say that. You know? Suffering, you know what I mean? In Minecraft, suffering. But like, oh no. Soul Life says the price of the pump is a small price to pay for freedom. Exactly. Polish, no, please, no. Don't make me. I don't want to time you out, but please. Polish, you've already done so much. Like it's the thought that counts. And it is the motivation to push these people. If you want a gift, one person, one lucky person gets that gifted. That's what I think. It means so much more that way too. And we'll get to lucky number 13. That'll be beautiful. Beautiful. Please, please, Polish. I have to pay more at the pump. Okay, Fox News. Let's listen to Fox News salivate about murdering Iranians after this.
Okay, guys, stand by here. We've got some breaking news to get to right now out of the Middle East. Some new news from CENTCOM here. We've got Lucas Tomlinson, who is live in Tel Aviv for us. Lucas, what are you hearing?
Aisha, we've just learned from the U.S. military central command in charge of all U.S. forces in the Middle East that 2 American service members have been killed and 1 is still missing after an Iranian missile attack.
Sorry, Several Wolves, you're right. Several Wolves says, hey, now, do not joke about getting a smaller car. There are lines you do not cross. I know, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I felt bad. As soon as I said it, I was like, how can I make that joke? I'm trading in my truck for a Prius. I shouldn't have made that joke. I'm sorry. You need your trucks. You need... Guys, I want W's in the chat for Polish Pusher. Lots of W's in the chat for Polish Pusher. Who just gifted a 5? Do not worry. Polish just gifted like fucking 12 memberships today. Polish, you are insane. Certified insane. And you know what? A traveling in a Friday combi. You're now an honorary Australian on a hippie trailhead full of zombie. I met a strange lady. She made me nervous. She took me in and gave me breakfast. And she said, do you come from a land down under? Women glow and men plunder. Get your hair, the thunder. Ooh. Ooh, you better run, you better take cover. Yeah. Dining from a man in Brussels. Wow. He was 6'4" and full of muscle. I said, do you speak my language? He just smiled and gave me a Vegemite sandwich. And he said, Polish, thank you. Do I need to say no more? Thank you. Thank you. Wait, we got 17 new members today. You guys are fucking nuts, dude. Certifiably insane. Someone take Polish Pusher, put her in a mental asylum for this. Mental asylum. Polish, you mental. And way too kind, way too generous. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We cannot thank you enough. Way too kind, way too nice, way too generous. Thank you, guys. We do not deserve a fucking audience like you. Genuinely, thank you. Thank you.
On a base in Jordan. Additionally, we've learned that 4 American service members were wounded. They were transferred to Jordanian hospitals and have since been discharged. This all coming last night after at least...
I heard that there might be... there's a missing soldier, so 2 have been confirmed dead. 1 missing and a whole bunch of injuries.
2 intermediate-range ballistic missiles fired from Iran.
Polish, yes, the loony bin has Vegemite sand. We'll make sure they have I'll ship you some Vegemite.
Hit a base in Jordan not long after U.S. Air Force personnel had arrived, part of President Trump's reinforcements, an F-16 squadron as well as an F-35 squadron. Of course, U.S. Air Force personnel are deployed throughout the Middle East. We've been heavily focused on the 2 U.S. Navy aircraft carrier strike groups that are in the Arabian Sea. The Air Force isn't as public about where it deploys its forces, but Jordan is a major hub, along with bases here in Israel, also Qatar, UAE, and of course in Saudi Arabia. But Jordan has been a major hub. So once again, Aisha, 2 American service members have been killed, 1 is still missing, and 4 were wounded. Can
someone look up for me if the Jordanian airport is still functional, or if they're closing down? Can someone please update me in the chat, please? I'm literally, why did I have to get Royal Jordanian? I was trying to save some money, dude. I was like, God, they had a really good price for their ticket. I've never flown Jordan Airlines before. It was a lovely flight, even though I hated the food. They had shitty food on there, fucking weirdly enough. But like, the everyone on the plane, the staff, incredible, comfortable plane, nice selection of movies. You know, can't complain. You know, comfortable seating, relatively, for flying coach. But like, God damn it, man. God damn it. The one time. Like, stop it. Stop. Why?
Iranian ballistic missile attack on a base in Jordan last evening. It is the first American casualties in months since those 6 U.S. Army personnel were killed in the early days of the war in the attack on Kuwait.
Yeah, terrible news this afternoon, Lucas.
Drax says it's open. All right, cool.
And we were anticipating, we'd heard some things about it and just wanted to make sure and confirmed it before we went on air with it, Lucas, so thank you for that report. As far as the 4 American service members that were injured and have now been medically evacuated, do you know anything more about how bad those injuries are and how they were injured?
It appears they were
Well, they were injured in an explosion, lady.
when these Iranian ballistic missiles hit their intended target at this base in Jordan. Let me read the statement from U.S. Central Command. Aisha, it says, on July 17th, 2 U.S. service members in Jordan were killed in action as U.S. Central Command and partner forces defended against
R.I.P. R.I.P. So according to Megatron, breaking a former USAF pilot close to CENTCOM claims that at least 3 to 5 more soldiers aboard the medical evacuation flights will probably not make it. There are 15 more soldiers with life-threatening, very severe injuries whose fate is also unclear. And here's Netanyahu being like, be a good boy and get in the box. Yep, that's pretty much what's happening. So it might be, I think the early death toll is 2, but it could climb up to more. So, I mean, you know, play stupid games. That's all I can say. Play stupid games. Okay, we don't need to watch any more of this. So they're saying they're exchanging flights. Here is U.S. CRAM air defense systems are intercepting Iranian drones over Idlib in northern Iraq tonight. Look at this. The whole Middle East is now like their fucking playground. They get to experiment, use their fucking little toys that they spend all of our tax money, all of your tax dollars, you know, they're spending it on this shit. And now they're playing around with it. They're seeing, you know, they're playing with the toys that you guys have paid for. I say you guys because I technically don't make enough money to pay taxes now. Now that I'm Lebanon, I file my taxes, but I don't actually owe anything in taxes because I make below a threshold for as an American citizen living outside of Lebanon. But y'all paying taxes. There's your tax money. Look at that. Bringing down a drone. Do you guys get roads? Do you guys get healthcare? No, but that's what you get. You get this. Isn't it cool?
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar. This is it. This is what your tax dollars are paying for. These toys. And you guys even get to enjoy them? No, you know? Iran has shot down another U.S. MQ-9 drone in Delaran. This drone was detected and destroyed by advanced local air defense systems in the country. Look, let's go. Let's go, Iran. Shooting down drones. Let's fucking go. Look at this shit. Why didn't they just shoot the Odyssey there? Just fucking go to Iran and shoot the Odyssey, man. Why'd you have to fucking go to the Sahara, man? Your tax dollars paid for this too. Look at that. I think at this point, Americans pay taxes exclusively to buy weapons. That is literally it. You're literally just getting fucking weapons with this shit. And here it is as it's getting shot down, I think. I don't even think that's the same drone. But yeah, yay! Whatever it is, we believe it. And look, this, I just saw this. I don't know if this is fucking real, but look. This is from the Hormuz report. This was just a couple hours ago. Breaking. Iran is seriously considering a ground incursion into Kuwait to seize U.S. military bases, including Camp Buehring and either Camp Arishfan or Ali al-Salam Air Base. If Washington continues its military campaign against Tehran, according to prominent Iranian journalist and analyst Mahdi Khanalizadeh and former Iranian foreign minister. Mahdi Khanalizadeh said Kuwait is considered one of Iran's principal options for a potential ground incursion aimed at seizing the 2 U.S. military bases located within the country. Former Iranian Foreign Minister Motaki previously said Iran could launch a ground operation to capture U.S. troops and take them as prisoners to Iran if necessary, while Iranian officials have warned that no political border will be safe and that Tehran would shift to a full-scale offensive if U.S. strikes continues. Can you blame him? Can you fucking blame him? There's the world's most powerful nation is launching an illegal war against Iran, murdering their people, destroying their government, destroying hospitals, schools, desalinization plants, fucking up civilians, oil refineries. At least last time they destroyed multiple oil refineries. Remember when Tehran was literally on fire? So if Iran does decide to do like a ground invasion, a little ground incursion into Kuwait to seize some U.S. bases, can you blame him for that escalation? Can you blame him? Here are the sources. Okay, so my sister's mouse is fully dead. Kuwait is considered one of Iran's principal options for a potential ground incursion aimed at seizing 2 U.S. bases. And I guess here's the video.
ما جنگ زمینی جدی میتونیم داشته باشیم. کلی پایگاه داره امریکا در منطقه. بارها بیان شد که اینها هدفهای مشروع ما هستند. ولی لذا داریم میزنیم. خب بریم بگیریم.
Dr. Sahiba, are you still here? Is he talking about Kuwait?
من پیشنهادم این هست که ما یکی از این پایگاه ها رو بریم و بگیریم و این امکان وجود داره. ریسترش رو من اینجا نمیگم.
I mean, this is just crazy. This is crazy. So this war is only going to get worse. I mean, I have literally who here has any faith in the U.S. administration to stop this, right? No one. Okay, I'm just opening up a couple of links just to talk about Lebanon real quick. And then we're gonna, then let's talk about Frogan after this. And then we'll switch to Jimothy for some, to end things on a good note. How about that? Also, I want to talk about, also real quick, I want to talk about this real quick. Just in, former U.S. Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard's brother has been charged after trying to lure children in a hotel room in Hawaii. Tulsi Gabbard, remember Tulsi Gabbard? So apparently her brother, former U.S. Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard's brother, has been charged after trying to lure children to a hotel room in Hawaii. Epstein class indeed, folks. The Epstein class indeed. What the fuck? What the fuck? I didn't need to know this. I did not need to know this. But now we do. Just wanted to come back to Lebanon real quickly. You know, as the U.S. and Israel are bombing the shit out of Iran, Israel is continuing its genocide of Palestinians in Gaza. They were bombing Yemen. They've bombed Iraq. They're bombing Syria. They've bombed Iraq. Here's what Lebanon looks like. This is just 3 days ago on Al Jazeera. Here's the scope of the Israeli destruction in Lebanon revealed in new satellite imagery.
It is not just one house or neighborhood or even one village.
It's my country, folks. It's where I'm from. I'm not from the South myself, but it's my country. It's part of my country. You know, every single square inch of Lebanon is Lebanon. It all belongs to me, and it belongs to all of us. So if the South gets bombed, all of Lebanon gets bombed. If the South gets occupied, it's as if the whole of Lebanon was occupied. I wish more Lebanese people saw it that way. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't. There's a lot of right-wing Lebanese Christians that support Israel's actions. They're so blinded by their hatred of Hezbollah or Muslims or Iran that they're okay with this. But this is what Lebanon looks like now. 20% of my country looks like this.
It is not just one house or neighborhood or even one village. To see the scope of the Israeli destruction in Lebanon, you have to look at it from space. This is an image of the town of Bint Jbeil after the previous conflict in 2024. Since the latest escalation began earlier this year, most of it has been erased from the map.
And almost like 90% of the buildings and the assets, they have been damaged and wiped away. And most of these, they were after the ceasefire period. This is
So most of the destruction has been done after the ceasefire. Isn't that nice?
Lebanese University and the Sarai, as well as, this is here we have the sport area. We have a mosque down here, and you can see everything.
The Lebanese University, the sports stadium, mosques, nothing has been left standing. Completely wiped out, complete ethnic cleansing, complete destruction of southern Lebanon. About 700,000 people can't return to their homes. Massive displacement in the country.
Has been wiped away during the current war.
More than 60 villages share a similar fate. That's roughly 6% of Lebanese territory now occupied by Israel. Lebanon's Council for Scientific Research has been documenting the devastation.
6%? Are you fucking crazy? It's closer to 20% of total landmass where they drew their yellow line. We're not allowed to cross to walk in around 20% of our fucking country now.
Since sporadic fighting in 2023 escalated into full-scale conflict. There's been a reduction in violence, but Israeli troops haven't withdrawn. Many of these villages were already flattened by explosives and bulldozers before the latest flare-up in violence in March. Along the entire length of the Lebanese side of the border, there is no trace of life.
These are the olive trees, and these have been wiped away. If you can go for the image, from the phosphorus bombs, and in areas where they didn't burn it or it was not burned, they came out with the bulldozers and they tried to wipe it away, as you can see here. And
olive trees, those can live hundreds of years. Hundreds of years. That was so painful to look at. Look at our olive trees. Oh my God. It's like our national pride, our olives and our olive oil. We have amazing, beautiful, delicious olive oil that comes from Lebanon.
If you can go for the image, from the phosphorus bombs, and in areas where they didn't burn it or it was not burned, they came out with the bulldozers.
And using white phosphorus, which is a war crime. White fucking phosphorus to destroy our land, destroy our crops, to make sure that we can't even use our crops in the future. This is enraging. This is fucking raging. This makes me so fucking angry. This is enraging, dude.
They tried to wipe it away, as you can see here, and there is the tracks of the bulldozers. They appear on the images. This is the village of Ait al-Shab, as you can see here, and these are the forest area. If you look at the forest area, these were wiped also away by the phosphorus bombs.
More than 20% of agricultural land has been impacted. Farmers can no longer access much of it because of the Israeli occupation and the war. These images are people's lives, their livelihoods, their history, their ancestors' graves, their memories, and what should have been their futures. Zana Khudr, Al Jazeera, Beirut.
It's like absurd to me, you know, it's like what can I even say to this, you know? What can I even say at this level of destruction? This is just, this is just, who, if you respect life, if you respect the planet, if you respect whatever kind of God you believe in, you don't do something like this. You can't do something like this. It is only an evil, godless, and I'm not even religious, but like, when I say godless, like Mandon Shi, they have nothing. They have nothing. They have nothing. There are people without culture. There are people without ethics. There are people without morals that do this. What can I, fuck, man? I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. Bless the people of Lebanon. Bless southern Lebanon. And may whoever is up there curse the Israelis one by one. Curse their whole fucking country, dude. Curse it, curse it, curse it, curse it, curse it. Curse it. This is a village of Taibe in South Lebanon, before and after. A photo of Israel's deliberate attempt to inflict on the people of South Lebanon conditions of life calculated to bring about their physical destruction. This is Bint Jbeil. And as this is happening, our Lebanese president, who has just signed a peace agreement with Israel, basically allowing them to occupy 20% of Lebanon until the Lebanese government is successfully able to disarm Hezbollah, which is never going to fucking happen. So they've just signed away 20% of our land for the Israelis because they are incapable of disarming Hezbollah. And Israel now has a right to remain in Lebanon until we've signed it. The president, our government has signed that document. We have now told the Israelis, you can stay in South Lebanon until we can disarm Hezbollah. How are we going to disarm Hezbollah? No fucking clue. They're more powerful than our military. And if we try to disarm them, it's going to lead to fucking civil war. But here he is now with his wife, the first lady of Lebanon, visiting the U.S. They landed here yesterday to go talk to Trump and to have a meeting with Marco Rubio today. In my opinion, this man is a traitor. This man is a traitor. And he is just happy. I think he thinks that like by coming here and like that he's like friends with Trump, he thinks that like by talking with the Americans, like he feels special. Like, oh, they got to fly him over here. You're getting the red carpet. Look at that. They rolled out the red carpet for him to walk over here. While your country looks like this, they roll out the red carpet for you, and you walk down that red carpet without any shame. While your country, and by the way, me saying this on a stream could like land me in fucking prison. So this is all in Minecraft. Of course, we love and respect our Lebanese president. He's not a traitor. I am the traitor for even thinking that. I was only joking, Mr. President. You're the best. You're the best. As he handsomely and beautifully, look at that beautiful man, walks down this red carpet to go to the White House. He's allowed his country to look like this. Now people will say, but it's Hezbollah's fault. They're the ones who started the war, and they're the ones who it's Iran's fault. It's like, motherfucker. Did Iran use white phosphorus to wipe out 20% of our agricultural land? Did Iran destroy all of our olive trees? Did Iran murder 4,000 Lebanese people and injure 12,000 people in the span of 2 months? Because if I remember correctly, Israel did that. Israel did this. Yet here he is with his wife getting the VIP treatment. We are guests at the White House. We are going to the White House to meet with Marco Rubio and President Trump. Ooh, how nice. We're so special. While they abandoned the entire Shia population. And then you wonder why. People wonder why the Shia doesn't trust the Lebanese government to protect them. And then they wonder why the Shia put their faith in Hezbollah to defend them and defend their land. While the Lebanese president lets this happen, allows this to happen in 20% of our country, and lets the South be destroyed by Israel, there he is. And you want the Shia population to trust you? You want the Shia to disarm? When you're out there capitulating, bending the knee to the Americans and the Israelis? So, that's what we're dealing with. Okay, now we're going to move on to this was probably the main topic of today. Is maybe a lot of you are here to talk about this. A friend of the show, personal friend, Frogan. As you guys know, I went to Los Angeles last year. I got to hang out with the Arabs. I got to hang out with Frogan, Raf, Capri. Had one of the best weeks of my life. It was super fun getting to meet those guys. And as a streamer who streams in Lebanon, I'm probably one of the only I'm the only full-time streamer that I can think of in Lebanon. I don't really have a lot of people to relate to. I don't have a lot of people to connect with. I don't have a lot of people that live my lifestyle or that do what I do, and or that have had to deal with some of the shit that I've had to deal with, like beefing with major US YouTubers and H3 and being fucking labeled a piece of shit racist, bigot on the internet, etc. So when I got to meet Frogan, Raf, and Capri, it was like, I was like, holy shit, I got to meet some of my people, essentially. You know what I mean? Fellow brown people that are streaming online. And I got to meet Mike from PA, and I got to meet a whole bunch of people that kind of do this. And for the first time, I felt like, okay, these people kind of get what I'm doing. And it felt really nice meeting them. They're amazing. It was such a fun trip. They literally didn't leave me alone for like a single day. They took me around all of Los Angeles. And like I had like 4 or 5 days there. We did what most people do in like a 2-week trip. They did not leave me alone for a single second. They tried to show me around everywhere. It was such a nice trip. I have such fond memories of that trip. And they're my family for life. You know, the Arabs are my family for life. I don't get to see them as much as I'd like to, but you know, they're my family. And yesterday, something really bad happened to one of my family members. I'm gonna call her my sister. We got, you know, I have my Syrian cousin, and Brittany Simon. Frogan's my Lebanese cousin. You know, we got cousins everywhere. And Frogan put out this tweet, which I found to be completely heartbreaking and terrifying. Last night, I was targeted and assaulted by a group of Zionist men. They repeatedly tried to hit me, and my friend's lip was busted protecting me. Security had to intervene and remove them from the premises. Absolutely insane that this happened over just existing. So, yeah. This is what happens when, like, online harassment and calling someone like an anti-Semitic bigot on the internet over and over again, it can bleed out into real life. And some people that watch this internet content, this internet drama, that maybe watch Asmongold calling Frogan a traitor to her people, or maybe they watch the H3 podcast and they watch someone like Ethan continuously call Frogan an anti-Semite and a racist and a bigot. I'm not saying those people watch this content, but like having this nonstop narrative online year after year after year, vilifying Frogan and painting her as some sort of like anti-Semitic bigot, well, some Israelis might see that, and we know how excited Israelis get about violence. We know how much Israelis love their violence. And yes, these people were Israelis, so I'm not making that assumption. As soon as I saw this, I reached out to Frogan. I texted her. I'm not going to, she didn't share, I think, much more than she shared later in a video that we're going to watch. But I just wanted to make sure that she was okay. She was very shaken up about the whole thing, understandably. So I just wanted to quickly check up on her. Kind of makes me wish I was there because, you know, I've been boxing for 3 years and I've never had to use my boxing skills outside of the boxing gym. And I'm always like, God, can I, like, am I ever going to have to use these? Because if I do, you know, if I do, I'm going to have to throw hands someday. And I was like, man, if I were there, I could have, I wish I was there to, like, you know, punch those fuckers back is all I'm going to fucking say, dude. I wish I was there to just punch those fuckers back. Right? But, so obviously she got a lot of love in the chat, a lot of people commenting and wishing her the best. Absolutely. Why would you not? You know, insane that that happened. I cannot imagine how frightening that must have been. I'm just going to read it again. Last night I was targeted and assaulted by a group of Zionist men. They repeatedly tried to hit me. By the way, a group of men tried to hit one woman. One man trying to hit a woman is already unconscionable and is a massive fucking crime. But a group of men, again, that's how Israelis fucking do it though, right? Isn't that how Israelis do it? Women and children, unarmed women and children, it's catnip for Israelis. Catnip. So of course it's to be expected. A group of Israeli men are going to see a Muslim woman, an outspoken and proud Muslim woman. We must hit her. Sick fucking society. Sick fucking society. And even sicker, in my opinion, that they're allowed to be in America, man. Israelis in America, to me, is like so like that's why, honestly, I don't think I could ever live here again because I do not want to run into any fucking Israelis. I do not want to run into any fucking open Zionists because I don't know if I can, if I can hold my tongue. I don't think I can. You know? I would, and in Los Angeles, oh, I would struggle. I would fucking struggle in Los Angeles. Are you kidding me? Crazy, dude. Crazy. Israelis everywhere. Zionists everywhere. Like, fuck that shit, dude. I cannot do that. I do not have the patience for that. I do not have the temperament for that. You know? I see I suffer from Zionism every single day in Lebanon. So I'm not going to stand face to face in front of a guy who's like justifying what they're doing to my country. Like, I am going to throw fucking hands at some point, you know? So a group of men attacked, and Frogan's small, dude. Frogan's pretty tiny. Frogan is pretty tiny. So horrifying. Horrifying. I'm glad Frogan is physically okay, but like she's shaken up mentally, emotionally. This must be fucking terrifying. I don't know who her friend was that got their lip busted. I hope they're okay. Bless them. Holy fucking shit. You know? It was crazy, dude. It was crazy. Polish Pusher in chat says, I never experienced attempted violence from strangers until I started wearing a hijab. I believe that. And I think that's what made Frogan a target in this case. It was just simply her existing as a Muslim woman, just wearing a hijab. And by the way, I put out a tweet. I said, this is what years of being harassed online leads to, especially as a Muslim woman. This did not need to happen. Prayers up for Frogan. And then some fucking weirdo replied on my Twitter and said, this did need to happen. I'm glad Hijabi the Hut is being taught a lesson. Just openly on Twitter. Obviously, he's a fucking anonymous little fucker. Can you fucking imagine the sickness? So is it shocking that this happens to Frogan when just people on fucking Twitter are openly saying shit like this? This did need to happen. I'm glad Hijabi the Hut is being taught a lesson. Now, if this fucking coward would dare say this to my fucking face, it'd be a different story. You know? It would be a very different story. But lucky for him, He's a big boy behind his fucking keyboard and computer screen, can say whatever the fuck he wants, right? I have downloaded Frogan's Instagram video, and I do encourage you guys to go to her Instagram if you don't follow her. Try to watch that video, give it a like, leave a comment, share it, because it's a horrifying experience. But let's hear, Frogan is going to go into a little bit more detail about what happened. Let's watch her together.
I wish this would be a cutesy get ready with me video, but unfortunately, time and place. Last night, whenever I was out with my friends, Zionists attacked me and my friends. I went to LAPD today and reported it, and it's not a hate crime, apparently. We went to the—
Which is fucking crazy. It's still considered assault. It's still considered battery. But like, it's not a hate crime? What do you mean? She was literally targeted for being a Muslim woman, for wearing a hijab, by a group of insanely racist Zionist Israelis.
Our friend wanted to see a DJ set because her friend was like the DJ. And around 1:48 in the morning, one of my friends went to go smoke a cigarette, and I heard screaming behind me, and they were saying kiss immek. And
so they're saying kiss immek, which is your mother's vagina. That's what I told AB when I was angry. Then I immediately was like, whoa, why the fuck did I say that? I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. It's a very common Arabic insult. Again, kiss immek means like your mother's. It basically means fuck your mother, right? So they were screaming kiss immek at her at the club.
If you're Levant Arab, if you're like Lebanese, you know that's fighting words. So I'm like, who's saying that to me? So I turn around. They're like, oh, kiss immek, kiss immek, kiss immek. And I said, fuck off. Me telling them to fuck off set them off, and they physically assaulted me. My friends immediately got involved, and they punched my friend in the face, and they put my friend in a chokehold and slammed her to the ground.
That's fucking crazy. So now she's saying they assaulted my friend, so they grabbed her friend, who's a woman, and put her female friend in a chokehold and slammed her to the ground. There is no depth that an Israeli will not stoop to. Evil, dirty Israelis, man. I'm sorry to fucking say it. The worst society on the fucking planet, the world's most hated fucking society. Very valid. Not enough. They're insulting Frogan. Then they start assaulting her. So probably, I'm guessing they're shoving her, or they're trying to grab her. And then when her friend tries to stand in the way, they put her friend in a fucking chokehold and slam her to the ground like it's a fucking UFC match. What the fuck are we doing here, dude? What the fuck?
And I said, fuck off. Me telling them to fuck off set them off, and they physically assaulted me. My friends immediately got involved, and they punched my friend in the face, and they put my friend in a chokehold and slammed her.
Yeah, and they punched a woman in the face. Like this whole
to the ground. Security broke it up pretty quick, to be quite honest. They escorted them out, and before they escorted them out, I looked at one of them and I said, you literally put your hands on women. And he was like smirking, and he like looked at me like I was not even fucking human. Another occurrence occurred where, it escalated again. One of the guys tried swinging on my friends again, and he...
Okay, first of all, fuck this club for like not kicking those fuckers out completely. Like, get them off the fucking premises. Get them away from these people instantly. Why are they even allowed to remain within the same vicinity as Frogan and her friends after fucking assaulting them multiple times, punching a woman in the face, shoving her, putting a woman in a chokehold and slamming her to the ground? This is fucking wrestling? What is this? The UFC at the White House? What is going on here? Why were they not immediately taken away? Why wasn't the police called to the premises by the club owner? Like, this just makes your fucking club look bad, man. You're not making people feel safe for being in your fucking club.
Where are you from? Where are you from? I'm Israeli. Where are you from? And it's like...
There you go. They're Israeli, of course. Of course. Surprise, surprise. Crazy, sexist, violent motherfuckers are Israeli? You don't say. What? لكس اخت اسرائيل بايدي كس امكم بايدي ايدي بالاسرائيليه بايدي ايدي بالشعب الخرا القير.
Okay. And I went outside, and it occurred where, it escalated again. One of the guys tried swinging on my friends again, and he was like, where are you from? Where are you from? I'm Israeli. Where are you from? And it's like, okay. Then I went outside.
I love that. Like she's like, as soon as she heard they're Israeli, she's like, okay, I know what's going on. And of course she knows. She's Lebanese. She knows what's up. She knows what's up.
And one of their...
Now, to be fair, I have no idea if those idiots know that she was like Frogan from the internet. And if they were like encouraged by watching H3 or Asmongold or whatever the fucking weirdo shit they're watching, right? Or if they're literally just so fucking Islamophobic and so fucking racist that they just saw a Muslim woman wearing a hijab and they're like, hey, kasumik, hey, fuck you. I don't know. Frogan doesn't seem to mention that it's like some kind of like it's based on any internet beef, you know? I think they're just Islamophobic for the love of the game. They just Islamophobic for the love of the game. You know what I'm saying? They're just typical Israelis.
Started verbally harassing me and I got into a scream match. Again, didn't call the police last night because, to be honest, the police are useless, and I kind of realized that as well today. My friend and I went to the police station to make an in-person report, and they said that...
Which is awesome. I'm very glad that she did it. So she did file a report, which is awesome. I hope they fucking find those bastards. I hope she can press charges. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope there's some kind of camera footage from that club that they can get, and they can identify those fucking faces, identify those individuals. I hope they're not tourists. I hope they're there. I hope they can still go get them in fucking Los Angeles. Fuck those motherfuckers. But I'm very proud of her for filing the police report. I'm sure it's not easy. I'm sure it fucking sucks having to relive that whole moment. But I'm so glad that she did. You know what I'm saying? If you can get him. If you can get him, get him. If you can get him, get him.
It's battery, but it's not a hate crime because it's the First Amendment. You're allowed to not like a religion. You are allowed to tell someone you don't like them.
So what counts as a hate crime? What is a hate crime? If everything is the First Amendment and if everything is an opinion, so if you find a gay person and beat him up for being gay, that's just your opinion then? It's not a hate crime? If you beat a black person because they're black and you don't like black people, that's just your opinion, man. You're cool. It's not a hate crime. So what the fuck qualifies as a hate crime? What the fuck qualifies as a hate crime if this is not? This is the most hate crime I've ever heard of. Literally, an Arab woman with a hijab on was targeted because of her hijab. How is that not a hate crime? And if that's not a hate crime, then there are no hate crimes. If this is not a hate crime, then nothing is a hate crime. Nothing is a hate crime anymore.
You're allowed to say anything to somebody. I feel like it's a systemic flaw, you know? You need to think about why they even approached me, the only hijabi. Also speaking a language that they're not even native to, insulting me, that's another thing.
Oh, they love... Frogan knows that they love stealing everything. They steal our food, they steal our language, they steal our words. Like even when Ela Klein was watching me shitting on Israel, she was like, "Oh, we use that word as well. We use the word chala, so we use the same language. What is he saying? Whenever to be together."
So yeah, not a hate crime, by the way, but like they targeted the only hijabi in the club. Never in my life have I experienced anything like this before. I've worn the hijab for 20 years, and never in my life have I ever been physically assaulted because of my hijab. Have I been physically assaulted for being Frogan? Yes, but not my hijab. Still in shock, to be quite honest. If this was like any other religion or scenario, I'm sure it would be classified as a hate crime. I thought about not saying anything at all, but I think it's so important, especially as a Lebanese Muslim woman.
My cousin, folks, my Lebanese cousin.
Being targeted by Zionists. My entire village in Lebanon does not exist anymore. I'm never going to be...
Yeah. We just saw that together, right? We just watched what South Lebanon looks like. And Frogan is from one of those villages. Frogan's village is completely wiped off the map by those fucking Zionists that attacked her at a club for being herself, for just being herself. We literally just watched a video, a 3-minute montage of what southern Lebanon looks like and how they've destroyed 20% of our agricultural land, destroyed over 60 villages, completely erased them to the ground, universities, schools, hospitals, sports centers, stadiums, all gone, all gone. Thousands of olive trees, thousands upon thousands of olive trees that have a combined, they're like hundreds of thousands of years old when you combine all of them.
Able to see my family's history. Your voice is power, especially as a Lebanese Muslim woman It's being targeted by Zionists. My entire village in Lebanon does not exist anymore. I'm never going to be able to see my family's history. Your voice is power, and they want you to be silent, and I'm never going to stop using my voice.
Frogan, we're happy you're okay. Sorry you had to go through something like this. What a fucking horrible, horrible occurrence. What a fucking nightmare to have to deal with this. Haley D sends a $5 dono. Thanks so much, Haley, for the super chat. And says, when they also hate that demographic, it's only a crime, and barely even then. That's crazy, dude. That makes no sense to me. That is just fucking batshit crazy. That's insane, dude. I don't even know what to say about this. This is so fucked up. I'm just glad that she's okay. I hope that they get him. When I was talking to Frogan yesterday, I'm like, I can't even imagine what you've been through, and I can't. Like, she was assaulted by like a group of fucking men by herself, and her female friend got hit. They were swinging at Frogan, and I think the only reason they didn't punch Frogan in the face is because her friend stood in the way. Her friend got fucking punched in the face and got her lip busted open. So crazy. I've never been through anything like this, but I did tell you guys the story when I got hate crimed when I first moved to the States as a college student. Two events. One was the What Towers story. I told you guys the story before. I'll share it again for those who haven't heard it. I was at a dorm room college party, just chilling in a dorm room, drinking with some friends, and I was DJing. I was on the laptop. I was on iTunes picking songs. And then I was just like focused on the music. I was just looking at iTunes like, what song am I going to play next? I remember clicking. I was about to play Kings of Leon, Sex on Fire. And then this lady sits next to me and she says, your people brought down the towers. Now, I'm not even listening to this fucking woman. I'm looking at the computer. I'm drunk as fuck. I'm switching the music. So my first response was, what towers? What are we talking about here, lady? I'm picking the music. So literally, she's like, your people brought down the towers. I'm not even looking at her. I'm looking at the computer. I'm like, what towers? I'm like trying to pick a song. And then she says, what towers? And then just fucking slaps me across the face. Slapped me right across the face, dude, for saying what towers. I was like, what the fuck? The fuck is going on here? And then like 2 days later, she walks up to me on campus. I was at one of the restaurants that we had. I forgot what the fuck, Ike's or some shit. I was at a restaurant eating on campus, and then she walks up to me. Someone's like, hey, she wants to tell you something. She wants to apologize. I go out there and I'm like, hey, what's going on? She shows me her arms. She extends her arms like this. And she had cut herself the day before as like some sort of punishment for what she did to me. So she's like, I'm so sorry about what I did, etc. Look, I did this for you. I'm like, listen, lady, put those arms away. I forgive you. It's cool. You know, apparently her uncle was a firefighter in New York when 9/11 happened. He wasn't one of the firefighters who died, by the way. Nothing happened to her uncle. He was just a volunteer who so happened to be there and went and helped people on 9/11. So she was like, hey, you took down the towers, man. So I was like, listen, lady, you're a fucking racist piece of shit. I didn't tell them. I'm like, listen, it's okay. I forgive you. It's fine. Okay, you were drunk. Don't do that to yourself. Like, nothing deserves this. Okay, please take care of yourself. In the back of my head, I'm like, you fucking racist piece of shit. You probably do deserve this. I wasn't going to tell her that. I'm like, listen, please don't do that to yourself. Thank you. I appreciate your apology. Now just never fucking talk to me ever again in your life. You know, stay the fuck away from me. And one time, me and my Syrian friend, I had a Syrian friend on campus. We were just like chilling outside, like smoking a cigarette or something. And then some fucking dude called Brandon. We follow each other on Instagram now, but he walked up to the two of us. He was like, what's up, sand N-words? What up, my sand N-words? And just like kept walking. And me and my friend just like looked at each other. We're like, should we like laugh? Is he like being, like we were so, not in like shock, but like how do you even respond to this? I've never been called a sand N-word before. He's like, what up, my sand N-words? And he just like walked past us. And we were just like, did he just call us sand N-words? What do we do? Like, we kind of like laughed it off, like, oh, okay. Oh, yeah, what up, dude? And then like we just kind of stayed away from him for years. Now he's like super woke on Instagram, fucking leftist motherfucker, like loves my shit. But like, I was like, that is so fucking weird. That is so fucking weird. What up, my sand N-words? I'm like, what the fuck is that? What the fuck? So those were two instances in my life where, but I guess me getting slapped in the face was technically a hate crime. So I've been hate crimed. But I mean, again, a drunk person slapping me in the face is one thing, and having like 4 grown men attempting to punch a Muslim woman in the face at a club, and they're probably also drunk and they're under the influence, and like, I cannot, and I'm not sharing my story to compare myself to what Frogan went through in any way, shape, or form. I'm just sharing that like I've kind of been through a hate crime, I guess, but So glad that Frogan is okay. I hope her friend is okay. I hope they get these motherfuckers. I hope they fucking catch these motherfuckers. What the fuck, dude? What the fuck? So sorry to hear that, Frogan. So glad that she's okay. And I hope it doesn't take, I hope it doesn't, yeah. K-Max says you get hate crimed online every day. Well, that's true. On Twitter, I get called all sorts of shit. I've been called a goat fucker recently, Durka, everything, whatever you guys want, you know, the internet doesn't count anymore. You know what I mean? I don't even count that shit. I don't even count that shit anymore. It's crazy. It's crazy. And do you first of all, I think this is an even more of a reason for Ethan Klein to drop his fucking lawsuit against Frogan. I'm not even saying that these guys, I mean, they're Israelis, so they're probably H3 fans at this point, right? But this is just more of a reason for Ethan to fucking drop this lawsuit. Stop fucking sending any harassment towards this person. Just fucking stop. She's already gone through so fucking much. Just fucking stop this stupid ass fucking lawsuit, because it is definitely contributing to this online hatred and to this environment of harassment and hating people online for who they are and what they do and what they look like. Okay, when you keep telling people, when you keep badgering people on the internet and saying that this person's anti-Semitic, this person's anti-Semitic, they did the hummus tier list, the Habibi tier list, they're racist, they're anti-Semitic, getting them banned on Twitch for supposed anti-Semitism. All of that shit has real world consequences. And it's not fucking pretty, dude. It's not fucking pretty. And you do not want that on your fucking conscience. And by the way, fuck Israel now and forever. Fuck Israel, fuck Israelis. And like, dude, just ban Israelis from fucking visiting your country. Israelis should be banned from traveling to any fucking country that is not their either country of origin, where they came from. So if you're an Israeli, but you're like from New Jersey, you're allowed to go back to fucking New Jersey. You are not allowed to go anywhere else in the fucking world. If you're an Israeli settler, you should not be allowed to fucking go anywhere else in the world. We need to start treating Zionists and Israelis like the fucking disease that they are. And it is a disease. It is a fucking disease. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Frogan, glad you're okay. Wish I was there to help. It's fucking insane. It's fucking insane. We're going to move on to something a little bit happier. Okay, and everybody, please go to Frogan's Twitter, go to her Instagram, show some love, show some support. Okay, she definitely needs it. This is a horrifying thing to fucking go through. So, as much love as she can get and as much support as she can get, I think, would be very nice, you know, and she would very much appreciate that. Okay, next to TB. All right, I'm just gonna be opening up some links. We're moving on to Jimothy. Okay, it's time to smile a little bit. We talked about a lot of depressing shit today. War, Lebanon, Frogan getting assaulted. Let's take 1 second to celebrate a beautiful, beautiful little creature that has taken the world by storm. Where is that little buddy? Where is that little guy? Okay. Okay, Haley, you said you weren't familiar with the Jimothy story. There's a little guy. So a unique raccoon was spotted in Seattle. A raccoon named Jimothy with a rare short spine syndrome was roaming the streets, stealing food from trash cans and frightening locals with his unusual appearance. At first, residents were startled by the strange-looking animal, but he later became a local celebrity, with people even making memes and drawings of him. So here's little Jimothy. So he has short spine syndrome, where I guess it's exactly what it sounds like. He has a short spine, so it gives him a little bit more of a compact look. His hind legs kind of are going to like extend from like, he just looks different, okay? He's compressed. He's a compressed little raccoon, okay? Yeah, Dusty says, I've seen this with people, never with animals. Everybody's been saying it. He looks like Big Ed. He looks like Big Ed from what was it called? What was the fuck is that show called? 90 Day Fiancé? But as a raccoon, I know Big Ed is a fucking creep and a nasty motherfucker, but what an adorable little baby. What an adorable little baby. Sashi 253 just gifted 5 Do Not Worry memberships. Holy shit. Sashi, thank you so much. That's way too fucking kind. Way too generous. Guys, W's in the chat for Sashi. For gifting 5 memberships. That's fucking awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Sashi. We salute you. We appreciate you. Traveling in a Friday combi. On a hippie trailhead full of zombies. I met a strange lady. Oh, Sashi says for Jimothy. Well, thank you so much. That's so fucking cute. Sashi, Jimothy, appreciate. You hear that, Jimothy? You hear that? You hear that, Jimothy? Jimothy? So look at him. Look at this little cute little bugger, man. He's so. We got a bunch of pictures and videos of him, guys. There's so much Jimothy content. This is even cuter. This is Jimothy as a baby. This is so I guess people have been filming him for a while, but people weren't really aware where he's from or something. Yeah. Dusty says in Puerto Rico, this animal is known as the chupacabra. That's what I'm thinking, right? So all these weird legends of like the chupacabra and whatever, it was probably just like a little raccoon or some kind of animal with just some kind of little deformity, some kind of like disease, short spine syndrome. Not me saying deformity is fucking. He's not deformed. You're perfect the way you are, Jimothy. Here he is as a baby. Look at this.
The baby don't have a tail.
He's a little baby, and he's with his family. That's what I love. Like, his family's there to take care of him. It's not like they abandon him. Like, humans, sometimes, if they have a kid with, like, some kind of sick... A lot of people take care of their kids if they have some kind of a disease or something, of course. But, like, you know, back in the Middle Ages, they would just, like, abandon those kids. Like, what? He's born with a deformity. Throw him off a cliff or something. These raccoons don't give a shit, dude. They're just taking care of their little baby Jimothy. My God, dude. Look at him, dude. He's with his family. He's with a bunch of other raccoons. He's so fucking cute, dude. I can't. I just want to grab him. I want to grab him and hug him. I just want to hold him here. I just want to hold him here like this, tightly. Baby Jimothy is reformed. Yes, of course. Oh my God, dude. He is way too adorable. I can't stop watching this, dude. I can't. Look, he's shaking his little head from the flies. And he's struggling, keeping his balance. He's kind of like tipping over. He's so cute. Oh my God. Look, here's another video of him. Look at him. This is like a little close-up.
You have the strangest body, buddy. You have the strangest...
he can't extend his legs like a regular raccoon because of like his spine. So like he has slightly more limited mobility. So he's like kind of falling over. But he's got such good balance. Good boy.
Holy cow.
Good boy. You're such a good boy, Jimothy. Bro, there needs to be a whole task force. Just they're responsible. If I were in Seattle politics, if I were a politician in Seattle, I would deploy a task force to make sure that nothing happens to Jimothy. Nothing happens to Jimothy. No one has a right to touch him. No one has a right to interfere. If any animal, if any predator looks at Jimothy wrong or looks at Jimothy like he's a snack, I'm sorry, you put down that animal. I'm sorry. I know it's the circle of life and whatever. You put down that animal or you put them away. You grab them and you throw them in another state. Okay? You grab whatever animal wants to eat Jimothy and you throw them in another state. I don't care. No one touches Jimothy.
You have this...
Oh. Unbelievably adorable. Unbelievably cute. Unbelievably cute. I cannot accept this cuteness. Like, I feel like I need to eat him. I gotta fucking grab him and like... What a little baby angel. What a little angel. Ya Rabbi. I can't. Here's another little Jim. Now he's older. So that was baby Jimothy. Here he is again as an adult. Look at him. He's still with his friends. That's what I love. He's not alone. Like, he has a whole posse of raccoons. He's got his raccoon friends. So he's not been abandoned. Like, animals, like human beings, we have a fucking way of like shunning people. If someone is a little different, if someone is sick, if someone has a disability, just fucking hang out with other people like with your disability. Like they'll leave them alone. They'll abandon them. They'll put them in some kind of like a home or a facility where they're taken care of. Not Jimothy. Jimothy is with his family. He's with his friends. He's with his people. They don't give a shit that he looks a little bit different. He's a little compact. So what? He's part of the family. He's part of the crew. Look at him. And I did, by the way, someone on Twitter was like, in one of the tweets that I was looking at, they're like, okay, just to be clear, is he in pain? Because I'm enjoying all these videos. I think he's adorable. But like, please let us know. Like, does that condition hurt? Every time does he take a step? Like, is he in pain or something? Apparently not. Apparently, he's not feeling any pain. It's not like he's constantly in pain because of this condition. It's just gonna limit his mobility. But as far as we understand, he's not like in pain. Not every step he takes causes some kind of weird pain or something, he's okay. He's just a little different. He's just a little different, but he's not in pain, which makes me feel good to know. I don't want to think of him as like, oh, he's so cute, but like he hates his existence and he's suffering with every step that he takes. He's fine. He's okay. He's just a little bit different. He's saying, look at that. He's got his friends. Is that his girlfriend or something? I don't know. Take care of Jimothy, you raccoons, you little bastards. You take good care of our little boy. Oh my God, dude. No. I cannot. And I also saw a tweet saying that like raccoons are very close to becoming domesticated. Like in the next like 20 years or something, like their snouts are getting shorter and they're becoming friendlier and friendlier. So 20 years from now, we might just be having raccoons as pets at home, which I'm fucking down with, man. Yeah, Habibi, you little fucking bastard. You little bastard. Guys, I can't. This is too much for me. Too much for me. Here's another photo of him. Oh my God, look at him. Look at him. Look at this ball of fluff. Look at this ball of fluff. No. No. He's so cute. Look at him, guys. Kimiko, I know that yes, Dr. Food is going to jail. Kimiko, I know Dr. Food is going to jail forever in Lebanon. He has been accused of drug production and smuggling in his wafer factory. I think I'm waiting to get back to Lebanon to do like a full Dr. Food dive. I would love to interview Dr. Food too. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. Here's another video. Look at this. New Jimothy raccoons. But this was, I think, recent. Look at him scratching himself, little Jimothy. Look at his long arms, you cute little fucker. Look, yay. Take good care of him. But I'm glad that he's... Oh, no. I'm glad that he's gone viral now because like anyone who spots Jimothy knows to protect him. Like leave a little snack for him. Put some extra food out there for little Jimothy. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would do. Now that you know, put like milk. It's like when you leave milk and cookies out for Santa Claus. Put some snacks out. Leave your trash out. When you're putting your trash out, leave that bag a little bit open. Make it more accessible for little Jimothy to grab a little treat. Maybe a little piece of meat, a little bone, you know? You little angel, you little cute little fluff ball. He's like a little ball, he's like a little fluffy ball. Look at him. And look at that. He's gotten used to his mobility. He's been training his whole life. He knows how to, so like, don't worry about him. He's doing good. He's doing good. He's doing good. Ya Allah. Look you. I can't. And there's been a whole bunch of like fan art. Look at this. Even the picture of Jimothy that I have in my thumbnail is technically fan art that I just took. Look at that. He's so cute. I love that the world has rallied around Jimothy. Genuinely, that makes me happy. Like, fuck the World Cup final. I'll watch 6 hours of footage of Jimothy just, like, taking a little nap versus watching the World Cup final. This hurts my heart. He's so cute. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Ya Allah, you little baby boy. You little baby boy, Jimothy. You're a good little baby boy. I just want to pet him, dude. It makes me miss Nata and Maki. It makes me miss my cats. I just want to pet something fluffy. I just want to pet an animal. People saying it's the Moodang of America. Yes, but people are calling Moodang an industry plant. Jimothy, I have a funny tweet. Where is it? Look at that. He says, I think a reason we find the Jimothy story so moving is that it goes against our sense of nature always being harsh and ruthless. In reality, even in the animal kingdom, sometimes the deformed and disabled still find their way in the world, often with the help of family. That is something that I do because, yeah, when you think about it, like survival of the fittest. If you have any sort of issue, the predator is going to get you and they're going to eat you. You're a hassle to your family, you know. You're a liability. You're not going to make it, right? It's evolution, always like evolution, the survival of the fittest. So it's like refreshing to see like this guy maybe isn't the fittest. This guy was maybe born a little bit different, but like, look at him. He's made it. And not only that, he's going at it with his family. He has a family. He has a support group. He's got other raccoons that are looking out for him, man. So that's what I like. So I do think, yeah, like it does go against our sense of nature always being harsh and ruthless. In this case, here's a little guy who maybe you wouldn't normally give him much of a chance of survival, but like he's fucking making it. He's out in the world. He's doing his thing. He's getting his treats. He's getting his snacks. Look at him, man. Oh, what a little baby. And someone had a tweet. I don't think I saved it, but someone had a funny tweet of like, Mudang is an industry plant. We're all about, and Jimothy is like salt of the earth. It's like an actual salt of the earth animal. So, oh, little Jimothy. Little Jimothy. But also, so, because of Jimothy and because of the attention that he's brought to short spine syndrome, we've just been introduced to Tilly the Friendly Loaf. Look at this. So if you're just discovering the joy of Jimothy, do not sleep on Tilly the Friendly Loaf. And look at this. It's a little doggy. It's a little doggy with the same exact condition as Jimothy. Look at that. Look at that cute little baby. Look at that cute little baby. Look at her when she sits down. Are you kidding me, dude? Are you kidding? Is this what she looks like when she's sitting down? Look at her, man. Looking at the lake. Oh. Dude, I have to grab these and like pet them, just pet their tummy, rub their tummy or something. I have to. I can't. I have to just like grab him and like just pet the living shit out of him. Are you shitting me, dude? I can't look at this stuff. I can't. Take me there now. Take me there now. Okay, here she is. Here's Tilly just walking around. Oh. Sorry, we can't do the music, but look at this. Eee! Dude, she needs to meet. I don't know how, but Tilly and Jimothy have to hang out. Yella, you're so cute. Look at, look at her, dude. It's like wobbling around. Just wobbling around, dude. You little baby, just wobbling around, your cute little tongue and her little ears and her little hat. Look at the little hat. Look at the hat. The little doggy party hat. Oh my God, dude. Just makes me hate Israel even more. I don't know why. I was just thinking like, isn't it nice thinking of this? And then I just remembered Israel burning 20% of our agricultural land and all of our olive trees. And I'm like, Tilly and Jimothy would not stand for Israel. I see cuteness and it just makes me hate Israel. Does that make sense? God. Ya Allah, ya Tilly. There's another very cute video. Where is it? Look at this. Ya Allah, just trying to get on the bed. Getting on the bed just to sit down. And look when she plumps her butt down. Look at that. Look what she looks like when she sits down. All right, you comfortable now, Tilly? You found a little spot? You found a little spot? Plump your little butt down. Come on. Just sit down. Come on, you little baby. Yo. No. The way she sits down, man. I can't. Look at that. Oh. I just want to like grab her from the back like. Oh my God. Yeah, Fartwin says it because Israel would kill these animals. Of course, Israel would not let these animals survive. Israel would be like, a chupacabra, quick, kill them. Oh my God, dude, no. Can't just want to squeeze him. Squeeze her. Oh. Too much, too cute. And I don't mean to ruin this for you guys, okay? But some people did make the comparison, okay? Big Ed. Okay, so here's Jimothy transforming into Big Ed. It's not Big Ed, okay? Big Ed is nasty. Literally all I can think of, but no, I can't. Like he's nasty. He's nasty. So we're not gonna think about that. We're not gonna do that, okay? Little Jimothy. Too cute, guys. Too cute. Too cute. What time is it? It's almost time for the World Cup. I want to give everybody a chance. Like, it's in 9 minutes. It's in 9 minutes. So I had a couple of other things I wanted to talk about. Michael Rappaport saying something stupid. Georgia prisons being fucked up. I think we can save them for another live stream. We can save these other little things for another live stream. None of it is like super urgent. So we can, this was pretty long. And the World Cup, the match is going to start. I need to take a shower and stuff. So we're going to call it a stream, folks. We're going to call it a stream. Big Ed is a massive creep. And I ended up watching his season on of 90 Day Fiancé. Very disturbing, man. Horrible. Just disgusting. He is a creep. I can't believe like H3 invited him and made him like a character. I didn't know what the like when they invited him on. I had no idea of like his arc on 90 Day Fiancé and what a creep he was. So like nasty. Folks, thank you so much. You guys have been insane today. Just first of all, massive thank you to Polish Pusher, Haley, and Sashi. You guys are fucking awesome. Let me quickly thank everybody who donated today and who supported the channel bigly. Sashi, thanks so much for the gifted. Haley, thanks so much for the super chats and the gifted. Polish Pusher, thank you so much for the gifted, and encouraging people to like the stream. And the more likes, the more gifted you offered. That was way too kind, way too generous. And the super chats as well. The Real Hash King, thank you so much. And thank you. I think that was your first ever super chat on the channel. Thank you for being here and for supporting us and for studying cannabis. Are you crazy? IDF Kills Children. Can't thank you enough for your crimes. Thank you. Haley again. Far Twain. We had Ators. Indy Hansen, who slammed us with a big Australian downer right at the beginning of the stream. You guys are awesome. You guys are the best. Thank you to everybody who's already a member, who's already a patron, who's already supporting us every single day. Thank you so much. Again, I'm very sorry about the inconsistent streaming. It's been very hard doing it from here. I don't even have my own room to do this from. You know what I mean? So it's kind of a challenge. Shitty equipment. It'll all get better once I get back to Lebanon. I promise you. I promise you it's going to get much. I'm so excited to just be reunited with my PC. And now that RAM costs are so expensive, I appreciate my PC even more. Anybody who's planning on watching the World Cup final, try not to lose your shit. Try not to lose your shit in case Argentina wins. I'm going to try to do that, okay? I'm divorcing myself from it already emotionally. I've already accepted that Argentina's going to win. That way, if Spain does win, it'll be like a massive surprise, okay? Sarah, I do miss the cats a lot, and I'm sure I miss them a lot as well, Sarah. Thank you for that. Haley D, I will see you a little bit later, along with Jack. Very excited to do so. Everybody, we love you. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. Genuinely appreciate y'all more than y'all know and more than y'all can ever imagine. We love you. Take care. And as always, folks,
do not worry.